foreign nationals are among them, including dozens of Americans. On the ground, this is an all-out mobilization. More than 9,000 army, police, armed police personnel have been deployed using everything from bulldozers to dig people out of buried homes, sniffer dogs to search the debris, and helicopters ferrying in supplies and pulling out survivors.
President Trump says the U.S. is pledging aid and resources. The State Department says $500,000 in emergency funds are being sent to the region. The jury in the Lindsay Clancy trial continuing their first hours of deliberation. The Massachusetts mother is charged in the strangulation murders of her 3 young children in 2023. Defense attorneys say she suffered from postpartum psychosis. ABC's Peter Harlambu says the judge gave the jury instructions and more options to reach a verdict.
They first have to consider this question about whether or not Clancy was able to tell the difference between right and wrong. If they conclude that she was suffering from a mental defect that prevents her from being able to make that distinction, conform her actions to the law, then she'd be found guilty not guilty by reason of lack of criminal responsibility, commonly known as the insanity defense. If it's the case that they believe she was not suffering from that kind of mental defect, they then get to the next question of should this be first-degree murder, should this be second-degree murder, or should this be manslaughter?
A new wrinkle in the U.S.-Canada tariff battle. The president signing an executive order today to change the name of Lake Ontario, he says, to Lake America. You're listening to ABC News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Good afternoon. It is 85 degrees and partly cloudy at 3:03. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News. It is a new day for a popular St. Louis area attraction. Today, Six Flags St. Louis has officially become Mid-America Adventure. The name change comes after the amusement park was purchased by Enchanted Parks earlier this year. Officials say it's a monumental day for the park. Police have released the names of the 2 men found dead in a suspected murder-suicide earlier this week. The department says 49-year-old Aaron Hutchings was killed at a home on the 3300 block of South 9th Street by 56-year-old Robert Hartzug. Investigators believe Hartzug then jumped from the Utah Street overpass onto I-55 and was killed. A motive remains unknown. A St. Louis company is leading the charge for local artificial intelligence development. KTRS's Brendan Wiese has more.
Worldwide Technology is joining a coalition as a founding member to form the Spirit of St. Louis AI Innovation Center. The new center will enable access to high-performance computing, drive AI innovation and regional economic growth, and establish a new global digital utility for civic projects that benefit the public good. The coalition will establish the center and launch a long-term collaboration to position St. Louis as a premier hub for artificial intelligence and geospatial innovation by advancing cutting-edge research, industry application, and workforce development. Other founding members include Amazon Web Services, Google, and NVIDIA. Worldwide Technology co-founder and CEO Jim Kavanaugh will be participating in a fireside chat about the center alongside several key partners at the St. Louis University and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency on September 10th. I'm Brendan Wiese, KTRS News.
Thousands of visitors are expected to attend the Festival of Nations in Tower Grove Park this weekend. The annual 2-day event will include food, dance, music, and storytelling. More than 100 vendors will be there. It is a cashless event. but it is free to attend. The festival runs from 10 to 7 on Saturday and 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Sunday. A longtime St. Louis area restaurant has closed its doors. Miss Sherry's Cafeteria in Morrison Woods has permanently closed. A notice on its website thanked their loyal customers for their business. The Morrison Wood location on Manchester Road had served people for 35 years. Management says the Southfield Center location remains open. This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. Place your order anytime at WKF.com. Taking a look at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune into Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. The Dow is up at this hour 99 points to 53,563. The Nasdaq up 400 points to 26,531. And the S&P is up 53 points to 7729. Now for a check of sports and traffic, we say good afternoon to Paul Kopsky in the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center.
Good afternoon, Vicki. Lindenwood football opens their season at home tonight with Charleston Southern. The Lions feature quarterback Pops Battle, an alum of the East St. Louis Flyers. And St. Louis City has made it official. Edward Leuven has been traded to the San Jose Earthquakes. Coming back City's way will be $425,000 in GAM money, with the possibility of an additional $500K in conditional GAM. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. A crash on 70 West past Cave Springs is off on the shoulder with traffic slow back to Zumbel, and 64 East is congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by John Beal Roofing. John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. Get started today for expert service and a free no obligation estimate online at johnbealroofing.com. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Checking the KTRS weather forecast, we'll have a partly sunny afternoon the rest of this day with a high of 87. Clear tonight with an overnight low in the mid-60s. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with a high in the mid-80s. Currently, it is partly sunny and 85 degrees. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News.
What have we learned about Heidi?
But cockroaches were the least of her problems. Heidi had to fight for every opportunity.
You know, Heidi is, even though she's very kind of sweet and innocent,
Heidi wanted out of the slum, and her agent wasn't doing enough.
Oh my God, they moved Heidi right next to me now.
Although Heidi seems serene,
she's a bit naughty.
she uses an ancient folk remedy to help calm her down.
Heidi is back.
We are so close to the weekend. Happy Friday Eve, everybody. Heidi Glaus here with Josh Gilbert. Bob is off doing his other duties, the voice of the Lindenwood Lions. Charlie is filling in on the board, and we've got a lot to get to. First up, I don't know if you've seen this or heard this, but there is a new movie about to start filming here in St. Louis, actually next month. And it needs extras. So we're going to be joined by the director of the St. Louis Film Office to tell us more about who exactly they're looking for. Do you get paid? Is this volunteer? What do you need to know? So that's coming up here at 3:30. So if you've ever wanted to be in the movies, this could be your chance. We'll also check in with Rich Frankel, ABC and former special agent in charge. We're talking about this Chinese hacking group targeting the U.S. government, apparently for years, but have they just targeted it or have they actually made inroads? We'll find out what Rich has to say. In the 4 o'clock, you guys, he is back. It's been a couple of weeks, and I know a few of you have been asking on the text line, is Darren gone? Is the segment, has it been upended? No, he just is rather busy with all of his burger joints and adding another one and running HW Kia. He is back, and he will have a chance for you to win some of his money.
Well, he was also on vacation as well.
Okay,
even
he deserves
Darren.
a vacation.
And I asked him, I said, are you actually enjoying vacation and slowing down? And he said, yes.
He needs to slow down every once in a while.
Yes.
So anyway, he'll be here. And then in the 5 o'clock, hopefully we're going to talk to somebody from the St. Louis Science Center to talk about an event that they are hosting tonight, because it is the red moon?
Blood moon.
Blood moon.
Blood moon.
Yeah, and so I think, and we'll learn more, but the Science Center is opening up where you can actually use their telescopes. It's supposed to be an awesome
It's a lunar
view.
eclipse.
Yeah.
And then Eric Gustafson. He is the planetarium educator. He's going to join us. And do you remember what I asked last week, or was it this week? Said, why does the sun rise in the east and set in the west?
Right.
But the moon is all over the place. I think Eric will be able to give us our answer.
I bet you're right. So we're looking forward to all of that. We've got some entertainment news, and then we will wrap this show up with some randoms. Every day we come in contact with strangers. I mean, just a friendly smile or what's the best encounter you've ever had with a stranger? Does one stick out to you? And I'm asking you guys on the text line as well. The John Bill, or that's the traffic center, KTRS text line, 84126.
Well, it's the John Beale text line as well, and the Walter Knoll Flores text line.
Yeah.
WKF.com. Two instances stick out, and these aren't the best. I'm sure there's better ones than this, but these might be mundane to you. But I was walking.
And it could just be memorable as well.
I was walking in the hallway at the hotel next door, and I was humming the song.
Were you getting coffee?
I was probably stealing the newspapers.
Okay, because Josh does that occasionally. We're
we'll
very
go
close.
and get coffee, and you know, Bob O'Loughlin, he knows. But they have the little shop.
Yes.
What do they call those little shops in hotels?
Hotel shop.
The hotel shop. They call it something specific, like not duty free, but they call it the whatever. 84126.
I just thought it was a hotel gift shop.
Sundries. The Sundry Shop.
I've never heard that.
Look that up. Charlie, look up Sundry Shop. Let's
Never
see if
heard
there's a definition. But I'm humming a song. It's by Spoon. It's a band that I like, kind of an independent indie band. And a lady walking past me goes, I love this song too.
No way.
I go, oh, I didn't even know.
You were humming out loud?
I didn't know I was doing it out loud. And then I was like, have you ever seen them live? And she goes, oh, they're the best, you know?
Okay, that is great. I love that one.
So that was cool. And then the other one was opening night for The Dark Knight, the second Batman movie, the one with Heath Ledger. The best superhero movie of all time, at the Esquire, and me and my friend Sarah were sitting next to two strangers, a guy and his girlfriend, and we just struck up a conversation and had the most lovely chat ever. Watched the movie, then afterwards said goodbye, and we got in the car to leave, and I was like, we should have asked him, to go for a drink or something.
Yeah,
but just. It just felt fun, like a real movie experience where everyone was excited to see the movie on opening night. I don't generally go to opening nights.
It's crazy. For some of the big movies, I used to cover it for Channel 5. Like I'd come in at midnight when they were showing it and talk to people, and it is kind of a fun experience if you've never done it.
And then me and my wife ran into a couple while we were waiting for a table at Olive and Oak. And me and the husband just really hit it off, and my wife and his wife really hit it off. Exchanged numbers, but we never kind of really followed
through.
Up. Yeah. His name is Marshall. He lives in Webster Groves. If you're listening right now, Marshall, text me, 84126. I want to hang.
I love that. Well, speaking of hanging, this is funny. We go to Brandy Carlisle's Girls Just Wanna each year, and this was probably 4 years ago, and we're walking along the beach, and there are a couple girls like in a cabana-ish. And I don't know why we stopped, and we were with our good friends, Danielle, who used to be on the show every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason...
She has the same birthday than I do.
Yes, she does. And so does my other best friend, Missy. There's
really?
something about the... Yeah, I know. So I probably counted 6 people who were born on your birthday.
Trish Gazelle.
Oh, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know exactly why, but Danielle struck up a conversation with these 2 women and basically immediately says, so how long have you guys been together? And Marcia steps in and she goes, Danielle, not everybody here is gay
coupled up.
or coupled up. And they go, as a matter of fact, we're not. We're sisters.
Oh.
And after that, we have kept in contact. Like, I'm going to see Kim this weekend in Texas. Like,
really?
she is going to bring her mom's RV up. I mean, it's been so weird. My other one.
See, I wish I would have done that with this couple at Olive and Oak.
Yeah, she's become one of my closest friends. It's so weird. Now, my other one is not quite as sweet. And I'm sure I've told you this. I think I probably have said this on the air at some point, but this was back when I was on the early morning show with Art and Jennifer. And in Lafayette Square, we have a band in the summer every other Saturday. So I'm in line at the porta potty, and there is I'd say a 60-some-year-old man with me, and he kind of goes, you know, you look a little like that girl on TV in the mornings. I said, oh, yeah, do you like her? He goes, I can't stand her.
Whoa!
He goes, she's a little too much for me in the morning, and I don't know, I need to have more coffee, and that's just... he kept on about the things that he didn't like.
Did he say her hair is way too aggressive?
He didn't say anything about the hair. And then I just kind of go, hey, I'm Heidi. And he goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah,
You did tell him?
I am, yes. Because I was like... But
oh,
I just thought...
no. Did you do it on purpose out of
tell
spite?
him?
Yeah.
A little bit.
You're
yes,
like,
as a
hey,
matter of
and
fact.
so take all that stuff and shove it right out.
Yeah. And then I've got one more. Okay, a couple people that weighing in on text line. Susan, sundries are miscellaneous, small, inexpensive items so you can be in the know. That's what sundries are.
Somebody said, Susan says, Heidi, you're too young to know about sundries.
Well, Josh is younger than I am, but I've never even heard that term.
Yeah, the sundry shop. Do you have a definition, Charlie? Did you look it up?
I didn't get a definition. You ever go to the sundry and just say, put it on room 213?
No.
It's just not your room?
No. Bob O'Loughlin would have my head.
Heidi, never done that?
No, I don't even know what you guys are talking about right
Go to
now.
a hotel,
Get
right?
something from
and you
the
charge
hotel
it to the room.
and charge it to someone else's room.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Walking in San Antonio this year, a lady passing by says, I love that dress. I couldn't even tell you what dress I had on. Wasn't fancy. See, I love when people
That's
do
nice.
that. Had the car in front of me at Starbucks pay for my coffee. So I paid for the one behind me. Someone else said we were on a cruise in Greece and struck up a conversation with a couple. We ended up talking to them throughout the whole cruise. Come to find out, they live just across the river in Edwardsville. We're now great fans and occasionally go out to dinner. Oh,
I like that.
yes. One more for you guys. And this is also another one that goes back. I was standing in the line at a grocery store, and I would say a gentleman, probably in his late 60s, 70s, said, oh, I know you. And I go, oh, have we met? He goes, yeah, once. And he goes, to be honest, you kind of took me back a little bit. I was a little turned off. And I said, you were? I said, oh my gosh, what did I do? And he goes, well, it was early morning, either for Christmas or Black Friday or something, and you were looking for people to, go on TV with you. And I said, no, thank you. And as you walked away, I heard you say, shoot, but I probably said the other one. And he goes, I just couldn't believe that.
What, that you were a real person?
That you, and I said, I'm so sorry. It never crossed my mind that would offend. I mean, I wasn't on the air. I was just trying to find people to say, hey, do you want to, and time was getting close. And so I probably was like, oh, I got to get this done. Anyway, those are.
You didn't say You didn't call him.
No. I was just like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
Several people have a problem with my vocabulary today.
Well, it's.
So I said me and my wife,
Yeah.
and they two different people have taken umbrage with that. So I apologize that I'm not as polished as Jennifer Blome. I think she, frankly, is too polished.
Well, polished and grammatically correct are two different things.
I don't think so.
They are.
And then someone said Ben Franklin and other small department stores had sundries departments. Someone said my old boss used to use the term sundries all the time, and we used to make fun of him. So feel free to make fun of me because I went to the sundry shop at the hotel next door. I was probably buying Dayquil or something.
Maybe. Yeah, you probably
How sick
need
I
a
am all the time.
little more. My old boss used to use the term sons all the time. We made fun of them. Is that what you were just reading?
Yeah.
Sons.
I think they meant sundries.
Okay.
Maybe it was a corrected text.
Okay. Well, you guys keep the stories coming on the text line, the KTRS text line, 84126. Let me see something else that I pulled up that I thought was interesting because there's a lot going on in St. Louis. Did you see that the Clydesdale opens tonight at Ballpark Village? That's the new fantastic looking restaurant from James Beard award-winning chef Kevin Nash. And of course, he is the guy behind Sydney Street and Peacemaker. And now the Clydesdale will be open. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's going to be open for lunch and dinner. It's kind of a modern tavern concept, but as soon as I get back to town, we will be at Ballpark Village.
And you told me they have hush puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think...
And oysters.
And oysters?
Yes.
I think I could eat a meal of just hush puppies. Just, when I go to, during Lent, and I go to Long John Silver,
Yes.
and I buy the dozen hush puppies, I could eat the whole dozen.
Thing.
Just give me some ketchup and maybe a.
Before my niece went to college, we did go to Peacemaker, and she wanted hush puppies, and so I had one. I did kind of forget how delicious they are.
They're so good, and I don't even know what's inside them. It's breading. Is there
cornbread?
Is it cornbread?
Because there seems to be a little
there's
sweetness.
Onion. There's some onion flavor in there.
But I think it's one of those things like a deviled egg. You can do several different ways with different flavors.
More than one way to stuff a puppy. Speaking of food, the KFC in China, and I have mentioned multiple times that there's like 40 different varieties of Kit Kats in Japan. There's like shrimp flavored Kit Kats, and the potato chips over there have the weirdest, wildest flavors.
Seen some, and I'd like to try a couple of them.
Like ginger root potato chips. Sounds disgusting to me.
But that's their palates. They're they're eating different things constantly. If you were in India, it'd be a lot of curry and the flavors. I mean, what we eat
Curry
would probably
chips.
be
Yeah.
boring and bland to them.
Like, what was the one I saw the other day? Barbecue. It was like barbecue rib flavored chips. Which I don't know how that's different than barbecue chips. But the KFC in China has a new sandwich up. It is a mashup between KFC, a chicken patty, and Oreos.
Okay.
The sandwich starts off ordinarily enough with a chicken patty and lettuce, but it's topped with brown mashed potatoes dusted in cookie crumbles, so cookie-flavored mashed potatoes, and placed between two Oreo cookie-flavored buns.
Mm-mm.
So
It's too much for me.
Is Oreos and chicken, are those two flavors that go together? I will try this if it ever comes stateside. There's no plans to bring it over here. But my question to the Walter No Flores text line, WKF.com. My question is, what are two flavors you thought would go together well and ended up being terrible? I'll give you, for instance, there was a chocolate fountain at a party I was at, and it was next to all the charcuterie. You have your charcuterie, your fruit, and then your chocolate fountain for dipping. For some reason, I thought cheese and chocolate went well together.
They do.
Not when you take a hunk of cheddar and run it through the chocolate fountain. It was the worst thing.
I don't think that's how you're supposed. I think it's supposed to be together, but not smashed
Not
together.
smashed.
I think you have a bite of whatever it is with the chocolate,
and then a bite of this,
and then
the wine and everything. It was very disgusting. Chocolate covered cheese.
Our friend Susan said hush puppies are the best. They always make them when they do a fish fry. Main ingredient, cornmeal.
Cornmeal.
So, and then somebody said their cousin brought back ketchup-flavored Pringles from Egypt, but were they good?
Yes, were they good? Did you try them? I'd try them. I love ketchup.
Oh, I would too. Two more things that I wanted to tell you. Bailey's Chocolate Bar, which is in my hood, is closing, which is kind of sad, but
Kind of an end of an era.
it is. It was a really, it was ahead of its game
Yeah.
in the beginning. The first kind of, it was like
It was
fancy.
the hottest date night
There
out
used to
there.
be lines out the door. Anyway, it's closing after more than 20 years, but they're selling off all the furniture, and I think like there's an ice cream freezer for purchase. There's all kinds of things that will be up for, I guess, auction or just for sale tomorrow through Sunday.
Don't tell Darren.
Well, that's right. Chairs, mirrors, artwork. So if you're looking for a fun, kind of thing, want to do a little shopping, that's an option. And then I saw this, which I thought was really cool. An historic Anheuser-Busch Eagle sign arrived in St. Louis. It's a neon-lit eagle that for decades stood atop the company's former brewery in Newark, New Jersey. Well, it's been restored.
This story came out years ago.
No.
That we were gonna get it.
Oh, yes.
It's taken this long?
Yes. It is restored and relit above the Anheuser-Busch Brewery, bringing the landmark to the company's hometown.
All right, so does the one on 40 work? The one on
Yes.
40 currently works?
Yes, but this one is a different one. And as you just said, they previously confirmed plans to save the massive sign after the Newark Brewery was sold for redevelopment. And now the sign has been restored and is back. By the way, the massive eagle was once recognized by the Guinness World Records as the largest animated animal neon sign. I don't know if that's still the case, but its arrival here comes after AB announced plans to close or sell breweries in California, New Hampshire, and New Jersey as part of their bigger strategy to optimize production.
Well, that's your neck of the woods, so you drive by and see if you can see it.
I will. The company, of course, founded in 1857. Isn't that always crazy?
Yeah.
So,
all right. So we've got 2 eagle signs now. All right.
I can never have enough of those kinds of signs. I love a good neon sign.
I love kitsch, and that's pretty kitschy. There's a couple of texts that just rolled in. I am still interested to see the flavors that you thought would be good, but just didn't work. Somebody said a hamburger on a glazed donut at Sugar Fire. They sell that all the time.
Yeah.
Over at the ballpark over in Sauget. I thought it was decent. They say it was gross. And then there's a bunch of other texts that roll in here, so we'll try to get to those as we roll along. What are 2 flavors that didn't work for you? Mine was cheese and chocolate together.
I don't know.
It did not work.
I think you did it wrong, is what I think. I don't think you're supposed to put the little chunk of Swiss cheese underneath the chocolate fountain. Yeah, but that's just me.
Hey, I'll concede. Maybe I did.
It is 3:30. We need to get a check of traffic, and Captain Paul Kopsky is the John Bill Roofing Traffic Center.
Heidi, a crash on 70 West past Cave Springs is off on the shoulder with traffic slow back to Zumbel. We have an accident on 370 West at 141. 70 East is jammed between Adelaide and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to McCausland and around Lake St. Louis Boulevard. And 64 East is congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Fielder Electric. See what everyone is saying about the the pros at Fielder Electric. Whether it's a new build or a 100-year-old home, Fielder Electric has you covered. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Josh, somebody said corn fritters are similar to hush puppies. Very good. Have you had some corn fritters?
I've had a corn fritter or two in my time.
You know what is delicious? When you see your taxes come back and you're actually keeping some money.
Yeah.
For years. We just kept paying and paying and paying. And then, we talk about Jeff Zufall and Capital Advisory Group. And so I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to switch. And we switched and immediately started keeping more of what's ours, which isn't that the plan? Isn't that what we all want to do, is keep a little extra money in our pocket? Well, now you can learn how to do that, because we're going to have a new segment called The Wealth Zone with Jeff Zufall of Capital Advisory Group here on Random Mondays. You're just going to have to catch us and, see how it goes. But you're going to be able to learn so much about so many things. We'll discuss all things financial, especially how your tax strategy is at the core of your wealth plan. And so many of us forget that. So anyway, you could always learn more every Saturday at 3. Keep What's Yours with Jeff and, of course, Josh Gilbert. And you don't have to wait on the shows to learn a little something. You can always just call Jeff and his team at Capital Advisory Group, 636-394-5524. That's 636-394-5524. You can also find them online at capitaladvisorygrp.com.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Getting your weekday started the St. Louis way. It's the McGraw Show.
It's Carl the Intern Friday on the McGraw Show. The Babe, King Ralph, Patrick J. Sullivan, Sully, Dan Connor, John Goodman, 910.
McGraw Millhaven, Rose Dalton, and Carl the Intern. Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Right here on your hometown station, the Big 550 KTRS.
Are you looking for a deck? I am. And you know who I turn to? Outdoor Living and Pat Leahy. They've been a sponsor for a long time, and they've done some other projects for me, but this one's the big one. It's going to have metal framing, composite decking, and when it's all said and done, he's going to put a 50-year warranty on it. Not because I'm his spokesperson for all these years, but because I am a customer. Outdoor Living takes care of St. Louis, so if you're looking for a deck that will survive the heat and the winter and the sun and everything else, Outdoor Living, Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. Outdoor Living, or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
The official birthplace of the toasted ravioli is
Mama's on the Hill.
And Mama's on the Hill serves the best in town. Mama's has been a mainstay on the Hill for decades and is still a family-run restaurant serving up great Italian food in a fun atmosphere. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, and right in the heart of the Hill at Edwards and Bischoff. Delicious catering and party rooms too.
Mama's on the Hill.
Make reservations at 314-776-3100 and 24/7 at mamasonthehill.com.
Hi, it's Julie Buck to tell you about a trusted family business that I've been working with for years, Easter Fence and Deck. Chuck Easter and his family have been the go-to fence and deck company in the St. Louis area for more than 70 years. And when it comes to sunrooms, Easter Fence and Deck offers the top-of-the-line Better Living sunrooms that are absolutely spectacular. When it comes to fences, decks, and sunrooms, I would invite you to do what my family has done for years and trust the family-owned Easter Fence and Deck online at easterfence.com.
If it's time to replace your windows and doors, choose Pella Windows and Doors of St. Louis. Pella's trusted local experts work in your area and within your budget, backed by the most preferred window and door brand by homeowners. For a limited time, get 20% off Pella projects. Call 833-87-PELLA or visit pella.com/radio. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Study of homeowner perceptions of leading national brands. Study commissioned by Pella 2023.
Don't miss Ministry to Men's 31st Annual Businessmen's Prayer Breakfast of St. Charles County on Wednesday, September 9th from 7:30 to 9 a.m. at the St. Charles Convention Center. This year's featured speaker is the CEO of O'Reilly Auto Parts, Brad Beckham. Brad will share his experience of 3 decades worth of leading and what God has taught him through work, responsibility, and perseverance. Tickets are limited and can be purchased online at ministrytomen.com. That's ministrytomen.com.
Summer isn't over until you've experienced the 2026 DuCoin State Fair. Join the fun August 28th through September 7th in DuCoin, Illinois, with free gate admission every day. Enjoy thrilling carnival rides, mouth-watering fair food, livestock shows, family attractions, and incredible grandstand entertainment. Featuring stars like Wiz Khalifa, Tyler Hubbard, Night Ranger, Russell Dickerson, and more. Make memories the whole family will love. See the full entertainment lineup and plan your visit today at dsf.illinois.gov. That's the 2026 DuCoin State Fair, where Illinois comes together.
Lionel Richie, live in concert. Playing at the Muni, Saturday, August 29th. Get tickets now at metrotix.com.
This is Mariah, third generation at Newsetter's Fine Jewelry. Buying an engagement ring can be intimidating. At Newsetter's, we ensure complete understanding of your purchase. We offer a choice in both lab and mine-grown diamonds and are able to work with any budget. Let our family help educate you on your choice at Big Ben and Doherty Ferry or at wowdiamonds.com.
Another movie is set to film here in St. Louis, and they need extras. Kelly Hyatt, director of the St. Louis Film Office, joins us to tell us more. Kelly, this is so exciting.
Hey, guys. How are you?
I am fantastic. Did I hear you're on a movie set right now?
I am. I am pacing about trying to find a quiet spot.
So what is this movie about?
This movie is called The Streak, and it refers to a 26-year losing streak by the Caltech basketball team. So they unfortunately did not win a game for quite some time, and they had a really great coach that came in and just motivated these young guys to say, hey, listen, we don't need to win the championship. We just need to win one. So in 2011, they actually broke it, and they did win by 1 point at the buzzer.
I seem to remember this story, Kelly. Is this the movie set that you're on currently?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Wow. Okay, so now they need some extras. Who is the casting agency looking for?
So the casting agent is Joni Tackett. Her offices are over actually in Webster Grove. She's a lovely local lady who works with us on all of these movies. We love her so much. These extras, call for extras, is actually to fill the stands because they're going to recreate a number of the basketball games that these young men played. So we need people to come out and be in our stands and cheer on the team and do the whole thing. And the one thing that's really great about this movie is that there's some really talented comedians attached to it.
Oh.
So in between takes, the extras will be treated to top-notch comedians, entertaining them and having fun the whole time.
So is this a paying gig or this is volunteer work?
You know, extras are typically a volunteer situation. Sometimes you'll get into a place where they'll actually have background actors, so it's called BG. Those ones are normally paid, and actually, from what I understand, there's a couple hundred BG actors that have been paid, will be paid for this movie in the coming weeks. But this is just to come on out, volunteer your time, be part of a big, awesome movie that's being filmed here in St. Louis.
This is so fun. How much time is usually required if you're an extra?
This particular one, I think they're looking for like a 5-hour commitment. And, you know, what that means is that they're going to be filming these scenes. You never know who's going to be in it, when they're going to be in it, but the background has to stay the same. So when they're cutting a movie, they got to make sure that everything looks the same. I'm sure we've all caught some continuity errors in movies that we've seen along the way. So they really try to avoid that as much as possible. From what I understand, there's a morning shift and then there's an evening shift. But you can find all the information at jonitackettcasting.net.
Okay.
There's a sign-up sheet, and you can, plug yourself in for whatever works for you.
And it's a movie about basketball, so I got to imagine there's a lot of basketball scenes. So are they going to move people around so it's not the same crowd every game?
I would assume so, but as basketball goes, you've got some fearless fans that go to every
That's
game.
right.
So as the one consistent nature is this Caltech basketball team, I'm sure there might be a couple of fans that we see in multiple scenes just to, bring in the reality of the situation. But who knows? This is movie magic.
And Kelly, how many different sites are they filming at? Is there a particular place that is home base?
You know what? They are actually they are home based at one of our local universities.
Okay.
And then they are moving around, so they're spreading the love. We are, like I said, we're at a campus today. They're going to be moving to another campus next week. There's actually a high school that they're using. There's a neighborhood shop that they're using. So, one of the things that this movie takes place in Southern California. So we have found these kind of environments that kind of live and breathe that a little bit. So we're bringing a little Pasadena to St. Louis to make this movie work.
That is so much fun. Is there anybody in this that we might recognize?
There is, and I'm not at liberty to disclose that,
Okay.
but definitely somebody that, folks would recognize. And he's a lovely human being and plays a really great character. And we're just really happy that this movie is here.
What is life like for a movie extra? Or I should say, what is the day like?
It's kind of a little bit of a hurry up and wait. You go and you hang out. There's a lot of people there. It's a really great networking opportunity. I can speak from experience. I've had, extras that come in and they hang out with us all day. And the next thing you know, they got a walkie on their hip because they networked and they got a PA job. So, there's all different ways in which you can take it. There are people who are just professional extras, and that's the thing that they love to do. So, you go, you get to meet people, you get to get a really good look at behind the scenes and how things work. You get to meet people, and it's a fun experience.
Yeah, we're talking to Kelly Hyatt, director of the St. Louis Film Office. Kelly, are there other movies and people behind the scenes that are showing some interest in bringing their movie or TV show here to St. Louis?
That's a really great thing is they come in, we make these movies, and I get really great exposure to all of these producers, directors, and I've got to tell you, I haven't had one person say anything other than wow about St. Louis. They are blown away. A lot of them have never been here before, so it's a whole new experience for them. It gives me the opportunity to show off our city. It gives me the opportunity to show off our amazing talent. We've got some infrastructure going up across the river that I think is going to really open up the doors to some opportunities. So that'll be great. I'm going to get them out to our Chesterfield Gateway Studios and show that off. So really, it's an amazing opportunity to show off our fine city.
And then, Kelly, when we're shooting a movie here in St. Louis, do they use all kinds of local restaurants and for catering services?
Every once in a while they will. For example, tomorrow I think they're going to bring in some tasty ice cream treats from one of our local favorites to kind of give the crew a little afternoon surprise. But they actually have a local caterer that does all of it. It's kind of a niche market when you're filming a film crew. You got to make sure that things kind of can come out at the right time. They're packaged properly. There's rules and regulations that go along with that. So from the day to day, yes. But all these people are here, and of course, we're telling them all the great places to go here in St. Louis, so they can eat our yummy food and have a really great experience.
And Kelly, specifically, how did this particular movie, The Streak, end up in St. Louis? Did you have a hand in that? Were you working and pitching us? It came across my desk, and I have a soft spot for basketball. My daughter plays, and so we've been in gyms all around the country for quite some time, and I watched the sizzle, and I fell in love with it. So I put everything I possibly could into getting them to come here. And so there's a lot of different things that happen. But, with the tax incentive and the place that it is, it was great. Just the community relations that we have, the access to some of these universities, to some of the gyms, to some of the basketball community that I'm familiar with. We really, I put the hard press, no pun intended, on to getting them here. But we're really happy they're here, and it's going to be a great time. And for a movie about a team with a 26-year losing streak, do they need like 12 people to sit in the stands? I can't imagine they're selling out these basketball games.
That's for the set director and the DP to figure out. I'm just trying to get people there to have a good time and watch the movie magic. So the way that they cut it, we'll see how it all goes. But, who knows? Maybe it was a big deal in Southern California back in the day, and people went to cheer on a team that didn't do so well.
Absolutely. You got to do something on a Thursday night, right? Kelly?
Yeah. And, they probably played other teams that were doing well. So we got some of the other fans.
And Kelly, how many people does a film crew usually bring into town?
It's a little subjective. I mean, you have your director that comes in, they're going to kind of want their people, around them. But, I would say average would be 15 to 20, and then we backfill everyone else here. So we've got, I'm looking around, there's probably 100 to 150 people working here on this set today. And then you've got background actors, and you've got caterers, and you've got the Teamsters driving the trucks, making sure everyone's safe coming and going. And we've got some generator operators, and there's a lot of infrastructure that happens here that obviously brings some really great economic impact into our community.
And we have a really nice infrastructure already, and it's just going to get better, I assume.
It will. One of the things I walk onto set, and it just warms my heart to see some of these folks that I've been kind of watching grow throughout the industry in the last 3 years. And, they're PAs 3 years ago, and now they're running a department. So that's the kind of thing, the workforce development and all these things and these opportunities that we're giving our own local creatives to have and, make a living doing here in St. Louis is really great.
Yeah. Kelly, keep up the great work. If you guys are interested, you can learn more about volunteering as an extra. Just go to jonitacketcasting.net. Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, guys. Have a great afternoon.
My college roommate said to me recently, everyone needs a good electrician on speed dial. And you know what? He's right. Ever since Michael Baldy has started advertising on the show, you know what? He's been out to the house 4, 5, 6 different times to fix all sorts of things. Good thing I got Michael Baldy on speed dial, because those things are a hazard. And it's one thing, you know how much I like to pretend to think that I'm a home improvement guy. I'll mess with plumbing and I'll mess with woodworking, but there's something I won't mess with, and that's electricity. It's too dangerous. It's too confusing, quite frankly. I know how to plug in a light bulb, but after that, it's baldyelectric.com. So for all of your electrical needs, residential, commercial, indoor, outdoor, TVs, computers, technology, baldyelectric.com. It's the place to go. You need a good electrician on speed dial. That's Michael Baldy, or baldyelectric.com.
If your home has been the place everyone gathers this summer, you already know how much the little things matter. The sunlight pouring through the windows, the patio door that's constantly opening for kids, friends, and family, the front door welcoming everyone from neighbors to weekend guests. Those everyday moments deserve windows and doors that are just as beautiful as the memories being made around them. That's why so many homeowners choose Renewal by Andersen for beautifully crafted replacement windows and doors designed for lasting comfort, energy efficiency, and timeless style. And for a limited time, take $385 off every replacement window and $785 off every replacement patio or entry door. With flexible financing available, now is a great time to invest in the home you love. Scheduling your free window and diagnosis couldn't be easier. Just dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say the keyword windows. No phone number, no searching online. Just pound 250 and the keyword windows. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service.
Most car shopping starts online, and lately, shoppers are spending more time at hwkia.com. Recent website reporting shows HW Kia shoppers spend nearly twice as much engaged time on the site compared to other Kia dealer websites. That means people are choosing hwkia.com instead of doing other important internet activities, like watching a guy build a swimming pool out of mud, or looking up, can my dog eat pickles? Why are they staying on hwkia.com nearly twice as long? Because there's more worth looking at. More new Kia inventory, more ways to shop, more ways to check current offers, more ways to value your trade, and more ways to find a payment that works for you. The report also shows hwkia.com shoppers are taking action and engaging through chats, texts, forums, and money-saving website events. So before you bounce from dealership to dealership, start where other shoppers are already spending more time and getting the deal they deserve. Start now at hwkia.com. Research compiled from June and July website traffic.
Repairing chimneys, walkways, porches, foundations, entire homes, anything to do with brick or stone, you need a tuck pointer you can trust, and that, of course, is Morelli. Morelli is a family-run business started in 1991, and they're only as good as their last customer. That's why when you check out the reviews online at MorelliTuckPointing.com, you'll notice that they're actual customers who are singing the praises of Morelli. So if you need a tuck pointer, you need Morelli. 314-645-1387 or MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Mike Lippert here for Lisi Lumber Company. We're a family-owned company that's been serving quality building materials to this area since 1872. You've heard McGraw praise our knowledgeable staff, exceptional customer service, and the best of woods. In addition to our lumber yards, we operate 2 full-service hardware stores, and we're a proud supplier of Pella and Alliance windows. Beautiful American-made windows for your new home or remodel, designed specifically for the changing seasons in the metro area. For the best of woods and windows, call Lisi Lumber Company at 618-234-0105 or LisiLumber.com.
What does the Science Center, Lambert Airport, the Magic House, McDonnell Douglas, and St. Louis firehouses all have in common? They all trusted their roof to Beatty Roofing. Beatty Roofing has been in business for 70 years. They're not storm chasers. They're based right here in St. Louis, and they've been doing it right for 70-plus years. And if you need a roofer, Beatty Roofing. In fact, first responders get an extra 10% off all roofs. 314-892-1331 or online, BeattyRoofing.com.
You've spent years building your retirement savings. How do you turn those savings into income that you can rely on? Hear more on the Financial Safari with local trusted advisor Greg Belger, Sundays at 5 p.m. right here on the Big 550 KTRS.
It is about 9 minutes before 4 o'clock. Let's go back to the John Bill Roofing Traffic Center in Captain Paul.
Heidi, a crash on 70 West past Cave Springs is still off on the shoulder and causing a slowdown back to Zumbel. 70 East is jammed between Grand and 10th Street. 44 West is heavy between Washington and Tucker. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to McCausland and at Lake St. Louis Boulevard. 370 West is busy between St. Louis Mills and 141. And 64 East is congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Neighbors Credit Union. If you're ready to upsize, downsize, or first-time home buy, turn to the team at Neighbors Credit Union. At Neighbors Credit Union, you'll find great rates, expert advice, and personalized friendly service throughout the entire home loan process and beyond. That's just what you'd expect from a great neighbor. Apply online today at neighborscu.org. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
The FBI says Chinese hacking group has targeted the U.S. government agencies for years. Rich Frankel, former special agent in charge FBI, joins us with what he knows. When we're saying for years, how far do we think this is going back?
So the FBI has said that this case goes back to at least 2018. I don't know when the FBI actually got involved in the case, but that's when they started. They said that this company started hacking into our systems.
And what sort of systems are we talking about here? Which government agencies were targeted?
Several. It was Department of Justice itself, and NASA, the Federal Reserve, the Department of Energy, the Department of Health and Human Services, the National Institute of Health, and even the U.S. Senate. And then also just on the side, they also attempted or did get into some of the hospital systems, power companies, telecommunication providers, throughout, our infrastructure.
And how deep did they get? I mean, there's one thing to be able to read someone's emails. It's another thing to be able to shut the power off.
Yeah, so that it appears that they were able to get confidential information and passwords, which then they were selling to the Chinese, which could be later used to get into and do exactly what you said, somehow shut down the grid or shut down the water supply, something like that. It does not appear in this instance that they did actual harm yet. But there could be stuff that we're not being told yet also.
It seems like China China is a different country than us. They state-run this, state-run that. Is this Chinese hacking group unaffiliated with the Chinese government? Because it just doesn't seem like that would make any sense to me.
No, it's what I would call a government contractor of the Chinese. They are definitely paid for by the Chinese government for what they did. It appears, and again, this is coming from the FBI, that they were all ex-military. They had been part of the cyber hacking industry of the Chinese military. They then went out on their own, started their own corporation, but whatever they were doing was being bought and paid for by the Chinese government, according to the FBI.
So has anybody been arrested? Is there a face to this, or we just know that there is a Chinese hacking group?
That's the issue, is that the FBI may know who some of the individuals are through, their investigation, through evidence, through the corporate structure of the company that they were investigating. But because they're in China, or at least not in the U.S. and somewhere most likely in Asia, it's very hard for us to place them under arrest, for the FBI to arrest them and bring them back to stand trial. What they will do, though, is if they have identified anyone in particular, they're not only going to shut down those corporations and shut down their domains and whatever else they can shut down, but they will bring indictments against those individuals that they've identified and put red notices on them, which is basically an Interpol notice. And if they leave China and are in a friendly country to us, they may be arrested at that point.
Got you. And we think all of this was done from China or here on U.S. soil?
No, it appears that it was either from China or from outside the U.S. at least. It also appears that they may have gone after South Korean firms, so we're not sure if it was just in China. But so far, anything that I've heard, nothing is here, in the continental United States.
And Rich, I got to imagine we are currently trying to do the same thing to them as far as hacking and spying and all this stuff. Are there sanctions? Do we call China and complain? Do we get mad? Or do we just say this is part of the game and just try to strengthen our resistance to their hackers?
Both, in my opinion. China has already said that they don't support illegal hacking and that they had nothing to do with this. I believe that there was something, either sent through the U.S. mission, the ambassador in China, or through other mechanisms to, let them know that, the U.S. believes that they have done this. And China will sit there and say that they haven't done it. But in the opinion of the FBI and DOJ and myself, is that they will continue to go on and do it just from other mechanisms, other avenues. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the FBI, NSA, and our other government agencies will be doing everything that they can to shut those down.
Do we think that they shared any of this information with Russia, or do we think they kept it to themselves?
So far, no indications that it was shared with any other country, Russia or anyone else. But you just nailed it on the head as to what the other issues are. We're not only fighting this war with China. We have battles going on in cyberspace, cybersecurity with Russia, Iran, North Korea, and probably several other nation states, as well as the hacking community that is always trying to somehow get into our infrastructure, into our government agencies, and either cause harm or at least identify confidential and secret information.
Are there any countries that are particularly good at hacking? You think of Russia. We heard about Iran with the water in Minnesota. But are we good at hacking in the U.S.?
So, I personally don't have specific knowledge about that. I can't see us not being good at things. So I don't know exactly what we're doing, but I would imagine that through all of our infrastructure, we're doing whatever we can, and that's probably how they identified some of the hackers, is by hacking back into those same groups and identifying who they were. So I'm sure we have a capability, but so I personally don't know it, and for the record, NSA, FBI, I haven't said anything about it.
Well played, Rich. Well played. Thank you so much for keeping us up to date on this story.
You got it. Have a great day, guys.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Well, we'll do Back in the Day coming up, but we just ran out of time. We're heading to the top of the hour for ABC News. So we'll do Back in the Day, I promise. But in the meantime, here's a couple of spots and then ABC.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no-obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
We talk to you, but you can always talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. Call 314-931-5877 and have a conversation with the St. Louis names you know and the St. Louis voices you trust, all on your locally owned hometown radio station.
Following catastrophic mudslides and flooding throughout a popular tourist valley, more than 380 people have died, according to Nepali police, and at least 1,300 are missing following those mudslides that triggered by a glacier melt and flooding. ABC's Tom Sufi Burrich has more.
We know the area was at risk to this type of thing in the past, but everyone is saying that nothing on this scale, nothing with this type of catastrophic impact, the scale of the water that built up. We've been told by one expert that the kind of wave-like wall of water which came crashing down could have been as high as about 150 feet.
A State Department spokesperson says some 90 Americans may be impacted by the flooding. President Trump says the U.S. is sending aid. The president today signing an executive order to change the name, he says, of Lake Ontario to Lake America. It's the latest escalation in the trade tiff with Canada. Here's ABC's Karen Travers.
They say Canada treats us very badly. The Canadian tariffs, of course, that they announced in retaliation to the ones the president put in place over the weekend, they don't go into effect until September 8th. So, of course, there is a bit of time, potentially, to see if there was a potential for some conversations to restart. We had heard from the vice president the other day that there were ongoing negotiations, despite other officials here at the White House indicating that the time for talking was over.
The judge in the Kennedy Center case hearing arguments today on the Justice Department's filing arguing that the Performing Arts Center needs renovations or could face demolition, and that President Trump's name needs to be on the facade to help with fundraising. The judge has not made a decision. And the first day of deliberations concluding in the Lindsay Clancy trial. The Massachusetts mother is charged with killing her 3 children. Defense attorneys say she suffered from postpartum psychosis. Deliberations resume tomorrow. You're listening to ABC News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers. Oh, they're here. Hey, who needs something to drink?
we've been overindulging a little more than usual. Thank goodness we both added active liver to our diets to give our livers some much-needed support so we have the energy we need to enjoy the holidays.
Active Liver from New Nordic contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract designed to give your liver maximum protection and help it do vital jobs like removing toxins from alcohol, rich foods, and sweets.
Try Active Liver today and enjoy all the holiday treats with the peace of mind of knowing you're giving your liver some relief.
Find Active Liver online at Amazon, Vitacost.com, or iHerb.com. Or pick it up today at CVS, Meijer Grocery, or ShopRite. Enjoy life to the fullest with Active Liver.
Noon at 4:03. It is 85 degrees and partly cloudy at the KTRS studios at Westport Plaza. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News. The news is not good from Missouri Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick. In a report released today, Fitzpatrick says the ineffective leadership of the St. Louis Public Schools Board of Education has eroded public trust, damaged employee morale, and fostered a culture lacking in accountability. The audit report gives the lowest possible rating of poor while recommending the board strengthen oversight and reinforce its commitment to integrity and ethical values. A jury in U.S. District Court in St. Louis this week convicted the former visiting pastor of a Missouri church of all 20 counts that he faced related to his orchestration of a $1.2 million pandemic loan fraud scheme, as well as more than $600,000 in an auto and personal loan fraud scheme. Jurors deliberated for only an hour, and they found Kenneth Sparks III guilty of 1 count of conspiracy and then multiple other counts, including 10 counts of money laundering. Evidence and testimony showed that Sparks was invited to Faith Walk Ministry in Paris, Missouri, to preach for 3 days. He stayed for 3 years, all the while using the church, its employees, and parishioners to launch a full-time fraud operation. If you want to work remotely, St. Louis may offer what you need. KTRS's Brendan Wiese has more.
A new study by Hubble finds that St. Louis ranks number 2 in the country for the ideal hybrid work environment. The study focused on 20 hybrid work-related metrics across 5 categories spanning workspace access, daily commute and mobility, labor market, quality of life, and cost of living. The gateway city was second only to Atlanta and was tops in the Midwest. St. Louis also came in second for park density, along with excellent urban amenity density, contributing to strong quality of life scores. I'm Brendan Wiese, KTRS News.
This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. Place your order anytime at WKF.com. Taking a look at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune into Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. The Dow closed up 105 points today to 53,569. The Nasdaq up 411 points to 26,541, and the S&P closed up 55 points to 7730. Now for a look at sports and traffic, we check in with Paul Kofsky in the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center.
Vicki, the Cardinals built a 6-1 lead and hung on for a 7-5 win over the Orioles today at Busch. That snapped a 4-game losing streak for the Redbirds. Blaze Jordan belted a 3-run homer, and former Oriole Ramon Urias had a 2-run shot. And Mizzou football is moving its Week 3 start time with Troy from 11:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. This game marks the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. There's an accident on southbound North Lindbergh past New Florissant. A crash on 70 west past Cave Springs is still off on the shoulder and causing a slowdown back to Zumbel. 70 east is jammed between Cary and 10th Street. 44 west heavy between Washington and Tucker. 64 west crowded from Kings Highway to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. 370 west is busy between St. Louis Mills and 141, and 64 east is congested from Illinois 157 to 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Fielder Electric. See what everyone is saying about the pros at Fielder Electric. Whether it's a new build or a 100-year-old home, Fielder Electric has you covered. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
We'll have a partly sunny sky the rest of this afternoon, clear overnight with a low in the mid-60s, a mix of clouds and sun tomorrow with a high in the mid-80s. Currently, it is partly sunny and 85 degrees. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our headlines for this Thursday afternoon, August 27th. Can you believe we're at the end of August? I'm in denial, I think. Six Flags St. Louis rebrands to Mid-America Adventure. Six Flags St. Louis announced earlier today that the amusement park will undergo a rebranding, changing its name and logo. I know several of the TV stations had the Six Flags sign coming down and the new sign going up. Officials announced that Six Flags St. Louis has rebranded to Mid-America Adventure. The rebranding features an updated logo and brand identity that officials say honors its 55-year history in the heart of the Midwest while also celebrating its diverse collection of rides and attractions. The rebranding comes after Six Flags was purchased by Enchanted Parks earlier this year in a deal worth $342 million. The deal includes 6 other amusement parks, including Worlds of Fun in Kansas City and Six Flags Great Escape in New York. The amusement park first opened here in 1971 as Six Flags over Mid-America. It was later renamed Six Flags St. Louis in 1997. In conjunction with the rebranding, the amusement park has also announced that the 2027 season passes are now on sale, including admission to the theme park, water park, as well as free parking.
So I told you I went to Six Flags just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and had a blast, right?
It was a great time. It's in great shape.
Yep.
There was a lot of people there. Everything was painted real nice. I was stunned, actually, with the amount of roller coasters and thrill rides that they had there.
You mean you haven't been in a while, so you were stunned?
I haven't been in a while. Everything looked great.
I used to take my niece and nephew every summer.
Every summer? We used to go every summer. My wife and I. Used to go every summer.
You know there's a really easy way to do it.
What, to remember?
Yeah.
What?
If just take your wife out of it. I used to go. You wouldn't say me used to go.
Okay. No, that's true. But
Yeah.
when I'm trying to tell a story.
Well, you just have to practice.
Okay. Anyway, it's in great shape. I don't know if that is due to the recent purchase and Enchanted Parks is really dressing it up, or if it's been coming back since COVID or whatever. But it's in really fantastic shape. So if you haven't been out to Six Flags, or now in this case, Mid-America
It's
Adventure.
going to take a second. Do you think we'll all call it Six Flags like we do Riverport?
Forever.
Yeah.
For now until the end of time, we will still call it Six Flags. So I was watching them take the sign down, and there is a big arch, and they left the arch up. But the old arch with the old Six Flags sign had a roller coaster on the top of the arch, and it made the arch look like it was a roller coaster.
Which is kind of fun.
But when they did the new sign, they left the arch, but they took the little roller coaster car off. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a mistake.
Well, you got to change something. And who knows?
Maybe they had a copyright.
Right. There's so many little things. And we can talk to Darren about some of the little things that go into owning a business and how you have to keep things just right.
Well, my story of the day today, CNN was forced to apologize to Dolly Parton's family.
For what?
For mistakenly using a photo of a Las Vegas impersonator.
No.
While
Instead of
reporting
Dolly.
on Dolly's death.
Now, you know she has said in years past that she entered a drag show as herself.
And she lost.
Yep. Which is hilarious.
Tribute artist Kelly Vaughn, 58-year-old, Las Vegas, was stunned when friends started texting her and saying, "We just saw you on CNN." CNN has said, "We regret the error and apologize to the Parton family." This was on Tuesday.
You know what? Dolly's probably laughing about it.
Thursday, this morning, they issued their apology. The picture they used during the report was taken of Vaughn, the impersonator, while she appeared on the red carpet at a Las Vegas screening of Song Sung Blue in this past December. So it's a pretty recent picture. Must have been somewhere in the CNN archives mislabeled as Dolly. But she said, "I started getting all these texts from friends saying that I was on CNN, and I could not believe it." She is a lifelong impersonator. She moved her kids out to Vegas. She has raised 3 kids doing impersonations. She was in the Cowboy Cabaret, Cowboy Christmas, and she portrayed celebrities as a dealer-tainer at the Imperial Palace.
Oh, fun.
Now, you guys know how cheap I am. Darren's here now. Famously knows how cheap I am.
Very cheap.
Very.
When we would go out to Vegas, we would stay at the Imperial Palace.
Oh.
I call it the Imperial Dump. It is no longer there. It's been torn down, and rightfully so.
Was it on the main strip or the old?
It was right across the street from Caesars.
Wow.
Yeah. It was right next to Harrah's. It's right where the Link is now, and the big Ferris wheel.
Right, yeah.
But they had these dealer-tainers, and they would have a Michael Jackson impersonator, Dolly.
The best drag show I've ever seen was in Vegas. It was amazing.
I think I sat at a table and got cards dealt by this Dolly Parton impersonator.
You think? Did you win?
Probably not.
Oh, that's very true.
Probably not.
Well,
But by the way, CNN has apologized, and Kelly Vaughn's Reba McEntire impersonation actually got her a lot of credit in 2010 when she won a Reba McEntire lookalike contest in New York City.
So much fun. I was talking about Dolly. I don't think we can say nearly enough about her push to get kids reading in her imagination library. I mean, it's just incredible what she has done. And of course, if maybe your kids were getting books from Dolly and you want to continue that, St. Louis County Library has so many great programs for young readers, for teen readers, and for all of us as we get a little bit older. It's not just books and magazines. You will find everything at St. Louis County Library, including some really cool author events that they do almost weekly, if not a couple times a week. But then you've got the Emerson History and Genealogy Center. You've got the Teen Creative Lab, where you guys can get creative and kids can get creative without mom and dad having to go buy all of that expensive equipment. You can test it all out. And they've got the Library of Things at the St. Louis County Library, and that is a unique collection of non-traditional library items, including musical instruments. So maybe all of this talk about Dolly has inspired your child or even you to pick up the guitar, but you don't want to go and buy one because you're not sure that you're going to love it. Well, you can go to the St. Louis County Library and the Library of Things and check one out. You can learn about everything happening at St. Louis County Library at slcl.org.
Are your floors looking a little tired? Time to fix that. Boardwalk Hardwood Floors and their annual warehouse sale is going on right now. You can save up to 50% off factory specials and inventory closeouts, plus 15 to 25% off most special order items now through September 30th at all 4 Boardwalk Hardwood showrooms. Now, for 30 years, Boardwalk Hardwood Floors has been your trusted, local, family-owned, and flooring experts. Real people with real knowledge, ready to help you find that perfect floor for your style and your budget. Why? Because you and your family deserve better. Boardwalk Hardwood Floors with their 4 area locations. Quantities are limited, and the best deals go first. So don't wait. Visit their showroom today or shop online at boardwalkhardwood.com. It's their annual warehouse sale going on right now. Save up to 50% off factory specials, Boardwalk Hardwood or boardwalkhardwood.com. The dentist. When you go to Dr. Bowen, his bedside manner is right there. That's why he's been dubbed Dr. Velvet Hands, with its teeth whitening, teeth cleaning, Invisalign, and yes, dental implants. When you go to corporate dentists, you meet with the finance person. Not at Dr. Bowen. You're meeting with the dentist himself, who can help you every single step of the way. So for all of your dental needs, including implants, Dr. Bowen. 2 locations in South County and in North County. Bowen Dental Care or simply securedentures.com.
The 38th Midwest Salute to the Arts invites you to a 3-day outdoor arts festival at Moody Park in Fairview Heights, Illinois, August 28th through the 30th. Visitors can immerse themselves in a celebration of art, enjoy local food vendors, and a kids' creation station. Join us for new waves of contemporary outdoor sculpture exhibit in partnership with Art Village Fairview. For more information, visit MidwestSalute.com. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate Illinois.
You know that honey-do list isn't getting any shorter, and you got to make a dent into it. Can I recommend going somewhere to helping you out? Schnarr's Hardware. Schnarr's Hardware has 2 locations, one in Webster and one in Ladue. 1 great family, 2 great hardware stores. Schnarr's Hardware. When you walk in with that list, you say, okay, I think I know how to do this one, but these 3 I need help on. And you know what? The people behind the counter at Schnarr's Hardware, that's what they do best. They have the expertise, so they can help you with electrical, help you with plumbing, painting, really anything at Schnarr's Hardware. They're small, they're compact, but it's that friendly neighborhood hardware store that has been the way it's been here in America for years, right? You remember when your grandfather took you to the hardware store. That's Schnarr's Hardware. The popcorn and the advice are free. So when you go to Schnarr's Hardware, 2 locations in Webster and in Ladue. Don't forget about the website, schnarrshardware.com. So for all of your hardware needs and that honey-do list, Schnarr's Hardware or schnarrshardware.com.
Stop before you dig. Click or call 811. Every dig, every time.
Planting a tree? Building a fence? Before you dig, contact Missouri 811. It's free, it's easy, and it's the law. Submit a locate request at Missouri-811.org or simply call 811 3 days before digging. Dig smart. Dig safe.
Stop before you dig. Click or call 811. Every dig, every time.
It's the law. Sponsored by Missouri 811.
You're selling your home, and I want to buy it. This is Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I am ready to pay top dollar for your home. No contingencies, no inspections, no monkey business. I buy your home no matter the condition or location, and you walk away with cash. Call me, Mike Robinson, at 314-283-0867, 314-283-0867, or at robangproperties.com. That's ROBANG properties.com.
Ambassador Pro. Save time. Get contractor pricing. Keep your projects moving. We keep the flooring supplies contractors need in stock and ready to go at competitive contractor pricing. From flooring and installation materials to adhesives, tools, transitions, and more. Get what you need when you need it and get back to the job. Visit our Pro Desk at our Ambassador Midwest Floor Chesterfield Valley location or call 636-224-7600. Experience more with Ambassador Pro, built for contractors.
Galmish & Sons have been providing quality heating and cooling services since 1950. They work exclusively with Lennox, the preferred choice of St. Louis homeowners. Call Galmish & Sons for your next Lennox HVAC installation and service. 314-993-1110.
It's the Big Thursday giveaway with Big D from HW Kia of West County on the Big 550 KTRS.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Big D is back, and he's back 1 year older. Happy birthday. Had a birthday on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes, I did, yeah.
Did you celebrate? Did you
Yeah,
enjoy
I mean-
it? I know you work. You work all the time.
I worked and then we went out to eat.
Okay.
You seem like the type that doesn't like to celebrate a
I
birthday.
don't. I don't like Christmas gifts either. I mean, not really. I
You
don't like
love
them in
giving.
public.
You are a giver.
I'm more of a giver, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
yeah.
the age thing where you feel like you're getting old, or you don't like to be the center of
I don't
attention?
like to be like on my birthday. My kids will give me gifts, and everybody's there. You got to open them. I hate opening things in front of
Because
people.
you're afraid you're not going to like it?
Well, it's just embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been there. I'm just embarrassed.
And like
I don't know.
when
or what do
you're-
you say sometimes?
Yeah.
And,
when you're at the Chili's and they come by with the cake
Oh,
and they're like,
no.
happy
Oh,
birthday,
no.
you're 1 year older today.
I like doing it to other people, not
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Oh,
I
well.
don't like. I mean, the gifts are okay. I'm not knocking it, but I just don't like all that. I
The
don't like to
fawning.
be stared at. Like,
Yeah.
what's he gonna think? Or because my kids give me cards and I'll start crying, and that's tough too.
Do you
know?
really?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Look
at this, sweetheart.
Well, they write really nice things.
Yeah.
Whether they're AI driven or not, I don't know.
Well, you do have a sensitive spot. I mean,
Yeah,
you are
I
a
am.
tender-hearted. You've helped so many people through HW Kia, and I mean, really, and even people that you've employed. You have a tender heart.
Yeah, I was raised by two women. You know,
Mhm.
my mom and my grandmother. So I didn't have a lot of men in my life.
Well, your grandpa who had no hands.
My grandpa was there. He was there, but he was old school. Worked,
Hands
went
off.
to bed.
No, I didn't
was
mean
nice.
that.
Oh, that was
I
rude.
didn't mean
One
that.
eye closed, right? You are sick.
Gosh.
I didn't mean it
You
like
did
that.
mean it. That's your biggest thing, your biggest
Man.
stick of the day.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
That
it is.
was-
Look at you're happy.
I did not
Look how
mean it.
happy he
Yeah,
is.
he's laughing.
I
Finally
didn't mean it,
told
but
a
it was
joke.
pretty good.
God rest his soul, right?
Yes, God, he
Yes.
drove a car with
He
no
drove
hands.
a car with no hands. Yeah, he did everything with no hands. From the
One
time
eye.
he was 18, one eye, no hands.
Wow. So
Wild.
how would he control it with his knee?
Just his arm.
the
His arms are
stub.
about halfway here, so he would
Okay.
just use that.
The half of the up to half of the forearm.
Correct.
And probably had like a little knob on. Could it? No
Nothing.
knob
No
even.
adaptive equipment at all. Zero.
Now that is
Ever.
impressive.
Ever.
That is
Wow.
impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, when you grow up with that, you don't think it is.
Yeah.
But now looking back, like, oh my God, this guy did everything.
Yeah.
He cut the grass. He coached softball. Had a bowling league. I mean, it didn't stop him.
Yeah.
But when you're-
Bowling league?
Yeah, but when you're 17, 18, this happens to you. You better figure it out. Otherwise,
Life is.
it's going to be tough. Yeah. But
Yeah.
but we'd go out to eat, and people, I guess they stare at him. I get nauseous now when I see people like that. Not because
Yeah.
I'm making fun of them. I just have a weak stomach. I'm thinking, as a kid, it didn't bother me being around him. I'm sure other people got like, ugh. it's just kind of weird, But he was amazing. He was, he did more than we give him credit for. All of us. He worked every day. He worked for the government up until he retired. I think he retired about at 60 and died at 94. So he had a good life.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he had a good life.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah. And your grandma just.
She died younger of emphysema. Yeah, she smoked, and then she quit smoking, but it's too late when they tell you. You know, so she died in her.
That's a rough one.
94. That's a good omen.
Yeah. Oh no.
Emphysema. That's
a killer.
Yeah. Well, you kind of give yourself that.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. So, that side of the family has good genes. My mom's side, on my grandma's side, probably not as good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my grandfather was great. Never went to the doctor. I mean, he went checkups, but never had issues.
I just went to the doctor. I never had a GP for years and years, and I finally got one.
What's
and
a
now
GP?
A general practitioner.
Oh, okay.
Just your regular doctor.
Yeah.
And I go in, and now she wants me to do all these tests. She wants me to take a sleep study. She wants me to do this. I'm getting a colonoscopy.
Yeah, they run you through it.
In a couple
That
of
you
weeks.
need.
Yeah.
So Heidi keeps talking about how great it is.
Well, it's relaxing.
It's a great nap.
It is a great nap. Now, how old are you, Josh?
I am 45.
Okay, I got my first one when I was 40, and they told me I didn't need it. The doctor, I said, well, I'm having these stomach pains. He goes, that doesn't have nothing to do with it. I did it. I had 5 polyps. If I would have waited till I was 50, he told me, you'd have been gone. Meaning,
no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get one every 1, 2, it's supposed to be every 5. I get them every 2 to 3 years because I've got issues or whatever, high tolerance for polyps.
And did they say that they want us to get them earlier and more often now?
I think so, yeah. And I went down my throat and found some too. So I've got
you got to stay on top of that.
You had them coming and going.
I'm coming and going. Right.
Yeah. You need a doctor to keep checking on you. You are one of the more sickly people I know.
I'm falling apart.
Yeah.
You look terrible.
Thank you.
Terrible.
I'm being serious right now.
I'm trying to do something about it.
So what's going on? We haven't seen you in we saw you because we all hung out on Sunday night, but...
Did you like that concert? Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
What Alabama
Shakes.
And Susan Tedeschi Band, or the Tedeschi Trucks, because it used to be. I thought they were as good as Alabama Shakes.
I did too. It all sounded the same with Alabama Shakes.
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Every song sounded the same. They have a sound.
And
they stick to it.
It's almost a gospel sound to me. It's
kind of. But I did notice their newer stuff. I like their newer stuff more than their older stuff.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Or their older stuff.
You said you went to the best concert of the year.
Did. For me, I thought what was it, Chicago?
Yeah.
And Styx.
Oh, the next night.
That was the next night. It was great. Chicago was amazing. Those guys are 75 and 80. And they play the trumpet, the sax, and the trombone like it's
I don't know how you
they're in high school. I don't either.
Do it.
They were amazing.
All right, so we're at the Sunday night concert, and Darren elbows me and he says, "Hey, you see that box right next to us? That's Chicago."
Yeah.
They must have gotten in.
There,
They got in early and they wanted to check out
Alabama
Shakes or whatever, and they had security and they watched for 30 minutes
and
then
we're done. Right.
And then they got up and left. And so I tell my buddy that my buddy John, the bartender, I said, "Hey, Darren said that's Chicago." And so he looks it up, and there's like 2 original members still in the band.
Right.
So when they were singing and doing all this stuff, were there a bunch of younger people?
No, they were all fairly older, 50s,
Okay.
50s, which is not old, but 50s, and the two originals were in their 78, 79. All these bands are legacy bands now.
It's like the Temptations when they just did, Temptations at the Muni.
I went and seen, who was the other one I went and seen I was really disappointed in? Because I thought it was the original band, and it wasn't. Nobody.
No.
Would you say it's a Chicago cover band at this point?
Not yet.
Not
because
yet.
of the 2 older guys. They sing most of the songs.
Oh, they do still. Okay.
Now, with Styx, there's 2 original guys, but the lead guy that was Dennis DeYoung.
Yes.
He's not there anymore.
That's always like a karaoke. And that's how it was with, I think, Foreigner, too.
Oh, yeah.
They're called legacy bands, and it's like, I don't really want to I'd go to a bar and listen to that, but I don't want to I thought when I think I'm going to see Foreigner, I'm hearing their music.
But it's not the
there's
same
there's
caliber.
one guy that's on, on life support that's from Foreigner.
I want to know what love is. I want to know where the rest of the members
or the
went.
bathroom is. Yeah, right. Yeah. But I'll tell you, as soon as Chicago, as soon as they broke, everybody ran to the bathroom. I've never seen a longer line for the bathroom.
Stop it.
I swear, because the age was older.
Yeah.
You get your bladder,
prostate.
your prostate issues. Yeah, they were doing exams. But the line for the bathroom for the men's was wrapped around. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? Then I realized
It's the opposite.
It's the
usually.
opposite. Yeah.
All right. So Tommy Shaw is still with
Yes, he is.
Styx.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was
Yeah,
there.
he was there. Yeah.
Shredding on the
Yeah,
guitar.
that was to watch these guys at their age.
It's
the way
amazing.
They hit these
They can
guitar.
still do it.
It's amazing.
You know, my mom's got rheumatoid arthritis. You would
right,
think that at some
right.
point you can't do that anymore.
You learn to respect it because you watch these new guys. There's not many bands coming up.
No, you're
like
right.
This stuff's going away.
Especially the
Yeah.
horns.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
that's Chicago. There's nothing like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Somebody on the text line said Chicago only has one member
One
left.
original member.
Okay.
Think so?
So I thought I read when I was
Two.
Googling, I thought there was two, but maybe
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna check in with Captain Paul, see how traffic's moving. Then we got to update because
Yeah, we got stuff
see what's
cooking.
happening.
You know, there's
literally.
one founding member left. That's what it was. But there's one that's been there 30
For years.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and look,
I count that.
Yeah.
if you had a great time and they
Yes.
put on a great show,
Who cares?
who cares?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is Peter Cetera still alive, though?
He is, yeah.
I mean, why isn't, what's
he
he
was
got
out in
going?
the 80s. He was done. The
Yeah.
80s.
He's done?
Yeah.
Man, what's he doing? He can't
Solo, baby.
swing by
I was gonna say.
Riverport?
Yeah. It's 4:30. Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, we have a few crashes out there. The latest is an accident on 141 south and north of 70. There's an accident on southbound North Lindbergh past New Florissant. A crash on 70 west before Cave Springs is blocking the two left lanes with traffic jammed back to the Blanchette Bridge. 70 east is jammed between Cary and 10th Street. 44 west heavy between Washington and Tucker. 270 south is congested from Olive down to Manchester. 64 west crowded from Kings Highway to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. 370 west is busy between St. Louis Mills and 141, and 64 east is jammed between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Stages St. Louis. Get your single tickets now for Come From Away, which runs September 18th through October 18th. Based on a true story, Come From Away shares the incredible events of 9/11 in the small town of Gander, Newfoundland. Call 314-821-2407 or visit stagesstlouis.org. From the John Beale Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Here at the Big 550, we understand our on-air talent gets sick from time to time.
Sorry, boss. I'm not feeling well, and I'm not going to make it in today.
Or some people here are sicker more often than others.
Hey, boss. Still not feeling too well. Not going to be able to come in today.
Or people take vacation time.
Hey, Scarney. I'm in Florida on the beach, tanning my bronze body. Don't bug me, but when you hear the tone, leave something, and I might just actually call you back.
Hey, it's Heidi, and once again, I'm broadcasting from my home away from home, the RV.
No matter who's out, the Big 550 has guest hosts that you know from all sides of St. Louis media. Guy Phillips.
This show has been hijacked. Hey, everybody. Guy Phillips back.
Mark Maxwell.
Hey, I'm Mark Maxwell filling in for McGraw.
Randy Naughton.
Hi, it's Randy Naughton, sitting in today for John Carney.
This is what makes us live and local for over 30 years. We are the Big 550 KTRS. Hey, did we just do some name dropping here?
All right, Darren runs a bunch of burger restaurants, and what's the big color at the burger joint? It's orange, right?
Orange and yellow.
Orange and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So when you
red.
Yep. When you get a new burger joint and you buy an old building, you might have to paint it.
Correct.
Right?
We always have to.
Well, you might want to call my friend Mike Ruffino then. Mike the Painter at Ruffino'sPainting.com. They are looking to expand, and they're out of Troy, Missouri. They do a lot of St. Charles County, but he's looking for jobs in St. Louis County. Let's go over the river, over into Illinois. Let's go out to Darren's neck of the woods on Highway 44, and let's get Mike some business. He's painted my deck, or stained at least. He's probably going to come in and paint my kitchen when we're ready to do that. My wife's got a kitchen island that she wants to make seafoam green.
Okay.
I like the wood color it is, but, she's the boss. So Mike will come in and do our kitchen as well, and he can do your house. He can do your residential. He can do your commercial. He did the hallways here at the Big 550. He can do yours, too. 636-655-0820, and find him online at Ruffino'sPainting.com.
One of the great stories about Lordo's Diamonds is when the longtime boyfriend gets down on his knee and asks for his longtime girlfriend's hand in marriage. And she says, Is that ring from Lordo's? Only when the boyfriend says, yes, it is, does she accept his hand in marriage. True story. And that's because Lordo's Diamonds is one of those family jewelers. She wanted the ring from Lordo's because that's where her grandparents got the ring. And she wanted to go down that same road. That's what you get with a family jeweler. Lordo's Diamonds, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and yes, the big one, the engagement ring, all from Lordo's Diamonds. When you are ready, right there in the heart of Ladue on Clayton Road, Lordo's Diamonds will be there. The jewelry store from the mall is long gone. You're not going to get something at Amazon. And the guy in a trench coat is long gone. Your family jeweler for generations, Lordo's Diamonds or lordosdiamonds.com.
Lauren, can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
If your parents were buying a home tomorrow, would you represent them any differently than one of your clients?
Not a chance. And when I say that, I mean I treat my clients exactly like I'd treat my parents. Same honesty, same advice, same negotiation. Every client gets the same service.
Okay, second question. If one of your closest friends called you and said, I found a house, I'm in love with it, but you knew it was a bad decision, what would you do?
I've already done it before. I'd tell them no, don't buy it. My job isn't to sell people houses. It's to help them make good decisions. And sometimes that means they don't get to buy anything that day.
That's exactly why I've sent my friends and family to Lauren for years.
I mean, it's simple. Buying and selling a house, it's a big deal. And people deserve to have someone who's willing to tell them what they need to hear and not just what they want to hear.
Exactly. If you already know Lauren from listening every week, then you already know the kind of person she is. When it's time to make your move, give Lauren Risley Realty a call at 314-775-0684.
Stock market ups and downs can make planning for retirement feel like a roller coaster ride. Are your assets properly balanced to withstand market volatility? Midwest Money gives you actionable strategies to reduce risk and build reliable income streams you can't outlive. Get the clarity and confidence you need to retire on your own terms. Listen to Midwest Money every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. on Big 550 KTRS.
Royal Banks of Missouri is proud to be your local business banking partner. Since 1964, our team has been committed to uplifting local business leaders and delivering expert guidance on their path to success. Discover how they can work with you to achieve your business goals, no matter how big or small. Call 314-212-1500 or visit royalbanksofmo.com to learn more about our commercial banking services. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's not,
You don't recognize
I
this?
do recognize
Did
it.
they play
I
this?
didn't recognize your version.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know that this is their best song.
Probably not, no.
No, but it's...
But I'll tell you, every song they played, it was
You
like,
knew.
oh, I know it. I know it. The funny thing the guy said was they were around before FM radio.
Oh, yeah.
FM
yeah.
radio had just come out, and then they So,
FM was late 60s. Is that right?
Something like that. And they were in the mid 60s or early 60s. But it was.
Did you take your kids?
Did I take my kids?
To this show? Because I
you know,
can't.
Jace would have loved it, but he had to work.
All right.
He would have loved it.
He loves all music, so he's the one that loves it. I think Natalie went, but she's sitting there on her phone buying something. You know, what I mean, what is this?
That's fair. That's fair.
It's just, you know,
the thing about Chicago that I love is that every album is called Chicago,
I know.
and then a number.
Yeah.
After. I think they got up. I looked this up one time. They got into the 30s.
No kidding.
did?
Yes,
Wow.
I think Chicago 35 is
Wow,
a
I
thing,
didn't know that.
and then there's a Christmas album.
Well,
Always, yeah.
I had the best of for sure all through like probably
That's
college
cool.
and
You know, Heidi, I'm going to make Heidi mad here, and probably a lot of people mad. But you know, Dolly Parton, I loved her too, but I didn't think. I'm going to say something that's going to be.
no, I know where you're going.
They've got on XM radio right now, like a big thing on her on one of those stations, you know. And it's like, other than 9 to 5, none of the songs really are that good unless she's doing a duet with Kenny Rogers or somebody.
Oh,
I just
boy.
didn't. I know. I'm not. I know. I'm not being mean because I think she's great.
Yeah.
I love everything about her. It's just the. by herself. I wasn't as. I'm not.
I wouldn't say she has the strongest voice of all time.
Yeah,
I think the other things, her persona,
That's what I mean. Everything else
and
about
her
her.
business and her songwriting skills.
Because she's not on the radio.
Right.
Her music's not played like that. She's not top 10, top 30, whatever you call it. But she's just been there.
Yeah.
That's what I think's neat.
It's
But,
very cool when you see everything that she has done.
Yeah, that's the thing, what she's done, and where she came from and all that.
Chicago 38.
Oh, he's still.
We're past that segment.
He
Yeah.
has no idea what you just said.
No, okay, so Jill Farmer, Jill Farmer? Somebody brought up the vibrato of Dolly Parton. That's the shakiness of her voice, and I think that is a defining characteristic.
I mean, her personality. I got to tell you something that we were at the casino or at the Riverport, you know, river.
Yeah.
And everybody kept saying, "How come Josh has such a hot wife?" I think Josh is a trust fund baby
that we don't
nobody
know?
knows about, except his wife found out somewhere in some. She must have Googled something back when they were dating and realized he's got money coming, like an uncle that has oil or something. Because there's no way, there's no math equation that makes them together. There's no reason for her to be anywhere near him.
Yeah.
And I brought two friends with me, and they
all agreed.
They both said the same
It's
thing.
the truth.
Yeah.
There's got to. Do you know you have? Maybe she knows something you don't know.
I will in the commercial break. I will tell you why.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't either. Please don't show us.
I see the stomach.
No,
It's
that's not why.
Yeah.
That's not why.
Oh my God! Should we get somebody on
Remember
the
that half
radio?
shirt he had on?
No,
Josh, trim your hair. No, it's fine.
My wife loves a dad bod.
Hey,
She
dad
loves dad bods.
bods are,
Dad bods are
in. Hey, before we give your money away, what is going on? Have you opened up Rolla?
Okay, we were open last week.
You
we
did?
No, we didn't. We were behind.
Okay.
We opened Saturday morning.
Rolla.
Rolla. Yeah,
this
so we were
Saturday.
1 week late. Not bad for
That
all the
is-
things that go
Are
wrong.
you going to be there?
I'll be there later in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a big ribbon? And
Not yet. No, we don't do
Can I
much
get
of
you
that.
giant
but,
scissors?
Right, yeah. But I got those chandeliers. I tell
they
you
look-
something.
it looks
It's
fantastic.
cheesy, but it is so cool.
Yeah.
It really is. It's going to be fun.
Do you have a picture of it?
I don't, but
There's
I'll get
this
you one.
really fancy restaurant in Dallas.
Yes, I've seen it with the chandeliers.
Yes.
It's cool.
You've seen
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, but those are expensive.
Yeah.
And
And
ours
they have
is $127.
They have like this $100,000 sports car parked next to the kitchen inside the restaurant.
No, it's neat.
Yeah.
That's where I got the idea. I just dumped it down.
I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's a
Brilliant.
great look.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
We're
look.
going to
I've
add
seen that.
chandeliers to all of the
I think
places
that's our
now.
plan. I mean, we got them in Steelville has a few.
Okay.
And Sullivan has a few, but I'm going to start loading it up now because it really, it's just a joke.
But
it's
it's
a
so
spoof on what you're
fun.
doing. It is, yeah, it's fun. So,
Don't take yourself too seriously.
never.
That's the key to life.
And that's the
Yes.
truth. Yeah.
So, are you staffed up? Is everything like?
We had that open house thing where you come in and
How'd it
apply.
go?
17 waitresses, 2 cooks. It's always the
Wow.
case, isn't it? So we implemented what we talked about before. The waitresses have to cook 1 day a week. They have agreed to that again. So we're opening, and we'll steal from other places as we go because Steelville will get quiet here in
When
about
the floating
in about
stops.
3 weeks. It'll be slow down. So we'll take some people from there and back and forth. But this seats 100 people inside.
Wow.
It's a good size one. So yeah.
And you're going to be able to pull from all the college kids.
I think
right?
so, and it's a busy little town.
What
it really
did
is.
the space used to be?
It was a Penelope's for 20-something years,
Like
and they
this a
retired.
little restaurant?
I think so, but before that, it was a Golden Corral.
Okay.
Oh,
it's pretty
those are big.
Big, yeah, it's pretty
Those
big.
are big. Yeah.
So it's nice. It's going to be fun.
You can do a buffet there?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. They never, yeah. And there's one up the street, a sirloin something that's stockade that's got that.
Remember the iron skillet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We had an iron skillet in college.
What was the one that spun? You had to grab your food before it would go away. My grandma used to take me there. Do you remember that?
Oh no!
Oh
wait.
yeah, it was on a carousel. You had to, you're fighting over here to get the
Oh,
corn.
I do. Yeah.
There was one in North
and like
County.
the pies
Yeah,
would
which
go,
one- yeah,
and
you
which
had to
one are you
grab
going
it,
to
yeah.
get? Yeah.
Really?
My
What
grandma
was
You
it?
know what?
I'll have to think of the name of it.
Somebody will
yeah.
know on
Ponderosa?
Oh no, Ponderosa
No.
was straight.
Shoney's?
No.
it's straight too. No.
Somebody will know on the
Yeah,
text
yeah.
line for sure.
Man.
What?
I'm drawing a blank.
You
Not
know
the
it?
iron skillet,
No,
but the
it was up on Dunn Road up there. It was where this one, the one I'm talking about was on Dunn Road by Hoss Ferry and Dunn. It was up in that area.
by
Ackerman.
the hospital?
By Ackerman. Where Ackerman was over
Heritage
there.
House?
No.
Heritage House? And what is this?
It spun, man. You had to go chase your food.
Not Golden Corral.
No. All of those were just.
Yeah, you know better.
No.
Josh.
I'm sorry.
Let's just start saying
Jacks
stuff.
are better.
No, that was a peanuts and all that. What, the peanuts on the floor?
Peanuts on the floor.
I used to go for my birthday. I loved it.
Jacks are better?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Remember
right.
Jason's?
No.
Okay, what's
Remember
the worst?
Damon's?
Oh, I love best ribs in the country.
Great ribs.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
There's still a couple left in Florida.
I love them because I don't like smoked as much. These were like, the
You want
sauce was on them.
Slathered with sauce.
Oh, and they just fell off the bone.
Oh.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Now I'm getting
They
hungry.
were good, yeah.
But I'm dying to know what this.
I'll ask my mom. She'll remember.
Somebody, Pope's Cafeteria?
No, Pope's was straight through, too.
Okay, that was Liz.
Miss Sherry's is closing.
I did see
The last
that.
location. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I see why. The customers are gone, aren't they? A lot of them.
Yeah. And do people want that kind of restaurant anymore?
Yeah. It's all Flaming Pit?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Flaming Pit.
No,
Is that
somebody
what you- yeah, I
else.
love
we
Flaming
got
Pit.
people weighing in. We're going to get there at some point,
We
for
will.
sure.
We'll find. That's fun.
Yeah.
Tippins?
Tippins. No, that's
Tippins?
pies.
That's
Yeah.
pies.
Yeah, no. Quit guessing, Josh.
Don't yell at. There was the texter. Don't yell at me. Shooting the messenger.
And then I got more news.
Okay.
I can't say where yet, but looking at a gym. We're going to try to do a little gym.
What?
Yeah. We should close on it in November, but
And
I
it's
don't know
going
done.
to be a gym.
It's a gym, yeah. It's a gym.
Would you?
24-hour gym. Huh?
But it's in South County.
I mean, there are some there, yes. They're all over the place.
Would you go and work out? You're a big workout guy.
I would go there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go there.
What?
So we're working on that.
This is just an opportunity, or this is a business that you see?
One day I went in and I gave one of the guys a card. If they ever want to sell this, let me know. It was a year and a half ago. I got a phone call 45 days ago. Hey, my guy told me about you. I think I'm going to retire. That's how things happen. I give the guy credit because he hasn't called anybody else. Mm-hmm. The kid I gave the card to gave it to the owner.
And he kept it for a year and a half.
And it was on his desk. He goes, you know what? You were the first one to ask. I'm going to give you first shot.
You think he had a really bad day and he's just like, I'm getting out of this business.
But you don't think things happen like they used to the old days.
And they do.
They do.
And they really do.
They really do. It's all people.
It's similar to how you got your spot in Cuba.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you don't know until you ask. And that's why I tell my kids, you got to ask.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, you got nothing. You have to. Don't be afraid to ask. And, it works out. So,
that is exciting.
It's wild, yeah.
7 richest famous burgers.
7 right now, yeah.
1 HW Kia,
Yeah.
and then possibly a gym.
I think so, yeah. And then I think our next thing is Branson. We've already committed to go down. We're going down there in 2 weeks.
For richest famous burger?
Yeah,
For a burger place?
Yeah.
Like on the landing, you're going to go,
the Branson Landing's our first look. We're
Yeah.
going to go down there, but then we're going to
It's
look all
fun.
over. I know. We're going to try. Breakfast, when we're in Florida, breakfast is, you can't find a place to go unless you wait 2.5 hours.
It's so busy.
It's so busy. And Branson's the same way for breakfast. So I'm thinking, if I get in and we have a good breakfast, it's cheap, and it's family.
Yeah.
So we're going to at least go down and explore it, for
and
sure.
the problem with breakfast places is they're done at 2.
They're done at 2, right.
And now the building just
It
sits
sits
empty.
there. We'd have it all day, right. So we'll see. It may not work, but that's our next hump, is to head down there and see what happens.
okay,
We're excited.
several people are saying Heritage House had a spinning food.
Maybe it was. I
They
got to
said
verify. I can't-
Heritage House Smorgasbord. Does Smorgasbord sound familiar?
I got to verify. With
Someone else says Duff's.
Duff's. I think it was Duff's.
Duff's?
I think Duff's was it.
Okay.
That sounds right. It was a one-word deal.
Okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that boat dealership right there,
That's
too?
what I just said to you.
Oh, you did?
He
Ackerman.
doesn't listen.
No,
It's right
Ackerman was the
Hyundai,
car
and the boat
dealership.
was there right next to it. There.
Was it
yeah.
Ackerman Boats?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yes. You're terrible. Why are you even in the room?
I thought you meant the car
Well,
dealership.
it's all connected.
You didn't say anything about
I know,
boats.
but it's right on that same line there. Yes.
Oh,
Very
my
good.
gosh.
We figured it out. Duff's.
I
knew
knew
it was one word.
I knew
Yep.
callers or
They did it. They
texters were
did it.
coming in.
So
you
today's
guys,
going to be more
thank
money.
You. More money.
There
More
is?
money, yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
mean, for all this they've helped with, yes.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go to Captain Paul real quickly.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be quick. Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll give away some of Big D's money. Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, we have some accidents out there. There's one on 64 East before Clayton Road with stop-and-go traffic back to Lindbergh. 64 East also bogs down around 170. We have a crash on 141 South north of 70. 70 East is jammed between Cary and 10th Street. 44 East busy between the Dome and the Poplar Street Bridge. 44 West is heavy between Washington and Tucker. 270 South is congested from Olive down to Manchester. 64 West crowded from Grand all the way to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. 370 West is busy between St. Louis Mills and 141, and 64 East congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by John Beal Roofing. John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. Get started today for expert service and a free no-obligation estimate online at johnbealroofing.com. From
Is
the
it time
John
to make a
Beal Roofing
change with your
Traffic
bank?
Center,
Hi, it's Julie Buck.
I'm
with
Captain
Triad
Paul
Bank.
Kopsky
They are
on the
a
Big
full-service
550 KTRS.
2 locations, and they've been around since 2005 with a mission to provide a wide range of commercial and personal banking services. Here's their website. It's triadbanking.com.
Hey, it's John Carney. I'm up on your roof. Look around. Looks like it needs some work up here. I think we can take care of it. Actually, I wasn't really on your roof. That's the magic of radio. But you know what? Somebody trying to fool you about what's wrong with your roof isn't a joke, and it happens all the time. Have you gotten that call? Hey, we're in the neighborhood and we're doing some roofing work, so we'd be glad to give you a discount since we're already here. Don't fall for it. Go with the company that's been doing a great job for people and not pretending that something's really wrong when it isn't, or alerting you to something that is wrong that you may not have caught. They send drones up to your roof, zoom in on certain areas, so you can get the diagnosis before anybody does anything, and most importantly, costs you anything. That's why they're still around and still do an amazing job. And no, I'm not up on your roof. That's Allen Roofing, the name to know, the name to trust. Online at aroofing.net.
As we enter into the summer months, you might be thinking windows and doors. Yeah, and where are you going to go? You have lots of options when it comes to windows and doors. Let me tell you about a St. Louis company that everybody should know about. It's called WSWindow.net. It's run by Larry Thornton and his son, Joe. And they've been selling windows and doors in St. Louis for 38 years. They do most of their work with a handshake and a smile. There is no high-pressure sales. There is no jacking up the prices and then try and bring you down as they demand some type of signature on the dotted line. They'll shake your hand and say, we hope to hear from you. And they have been successful. They beat the big boys at their games for all these many years because they do it right. They have long-time installers, long-time employees. The Window Store. If you need windows, if you need doors, you want a great price, and you want to keep it in the St. Louis family. That's Larry and Joe Thornton. The Window Store. WSWindow.net. WSWindow.net.
Jill Farmer for my friends at Capital Advisory Group. Jeff Zufall is the Senior Tax Strategist and Wealth Advisor at Capital Advisory Group and author of the #1 best-selling books on taxes, Keep What's Yours and Keeping What's Yours. We celebrate our nation's 250 years of independence and the anniversary of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Small business owners understand the freedom and independence that comes from owning your business. Jeff and his team at Capital Advisory Group are celebrating 50 years helping small businesses maintain their independence by minimizing the financial risk to their business, reducing their tax liability, and growing their wealth with strategic tax planning. If you're relying on investment advice from someone who isn't familiar with strategic tax planning, and you feel like you might be paying more than your fair share in taxes, Jeff and his team can help. Capital Advisory Group. Give them a call at 636-394-5524, 636-394-5524. Online at capitaladvisorygrp.com.
My college roommate said to me recently, everyone needs a good electrician on speed dial. And you know what? He's right. Ever since Michael Baldy has started advertising on the show, you know what? He's been out to the house 4, 5, 6 different times to fix all sorts of things. Good thing I got Michael Baldy on speed dial because those things are a hazard. And it's one thing, you know how much I like to pretend to think that I'm a home improvement guy. I'll mess with plumbing and I'll mess with woodworking, but there's something I won't mess with, and that's electricity. It's too dangerous. It's too confusing, quite frankly. I know how to plug in a light bulb, but after that, it's baldyelectric.com. So for all of your electrical needs, residential, commercial, indoor, outdoor, TVs, computers, technology, baldyelectric.com. It's the place to go. You need a good electrician on speed dial. That's Michael Baldy or baldyelectric.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
All right, it's time to give some of Big D's money away. Who do we have on the line? Randy?
Randy.
Randy with an R?
Yes.
All right, Randy, how's it going?
I am blessed.
Can I ask you something? Randy with an R. What else would Randy be with?
I thought he said Brandy.
Oh, Brandy. Okay.
For a second, not Randy.
Okay.
Randy with a Y or not?
silent something. Silent P.
Yeah.
Randy with a W?
Do you guys want to ask your
We're
question?
off the show, Josh. Yeah, Josh, go ahead now.
Randy, where'd you grow up at?
Berkeley.
Oh, it counts.
Oh, you are in the hood with us, buddy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, what's he win for that?
100.
$100 just for growing up there.
Randy, did you go to Berkeley High?
Holy cow.
Randy,
yeah,
did you go to?
I did.
You did?
Berkeley 68.
Wow.
60.
Now,
Wait
you
a
still live
minute.
there. It's another 100.
Randy, do you know my dad?
Uh-oh.
I do.
Oh!
Truman is a great guy, and Pam is a great wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And girlfriend, by the way.
That's
what
my
Randy
dad's
says.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And my mom's boyfriend.
This is your mom's boyfriend, Randy.
Randy, are you still in Berkeley?
I am in Creve Court.
Okay.
Nothing for that.
But he's still got a shot to win money.
Yeah,
So
he does.
a couple of weeks ago, Josh shared the most popular name mentioned in songs, and it was Mary.
Yeah.
So today, we've got 3 songs with Mary in it, and Randy, you're going to tell us who's singing it. Are you ready?
How much?
You tell me.
What are you thinking, Josh?
All right, so Randy already got
100.
100. We'll do another 100 apiece, right?
Oh, well,
Hey, there you go.
usually you say 50,
Yeah.
but since Randy knows your family.
No, well,
Oh,
Dan,
that's it.
Randy already got 200.
200.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
100 if you still
If
live
you
in
still lived in
Berkeley.
Berkeley,
So right
yeah.
now you have 100.
I see. I thought it was.
Yeah, but you're about to make more money.
Randy
No,
all of a sudden moved back to Berkeley.
Yeah. I would have too.
No, I didn't.
All right, $100 a song. You tell us who's singing this, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
$1968 Berkeley High. This should be
Yeah.
right in his wheelhouse.
It should.
Oh, that's an easy one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Randy, with a W.
Randy, Randy, who's singing it?
Oh, man.
What?
Creedence Clearwater.
There you go.
Oh, there's your $100. All right, now, Randy, you have $200.
I
Let's
was
see.
scared for a minute there.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can name this one. Tell us who's singing.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I never saw him. Did you ever see him?
Never seen him. Mm-mm. And we're not going to.
No, we're not.
Not here.
He's performing with Dolly right now.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
I had a buddy that lived in St. Charles, just across the river from Riverport, and on nice nights you could hear the music.
Oh, I bet.
And what's the one that Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks did together?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You could hear it from his back porch.
Well, that's why they had an ordinance here. You've got to be done by 11 o'clock, I guess. Which
because
I
people
guess
can hear it.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. All right, you've got $300. Let's see if you can make it 4 right here.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Do you know?
I am. Country is my weakness, so.
Is this considered country?
I don't think it's.
I don't know. Ricky Nelson. It's like borderline.
That's what I would have said.
It is Ricky Nelson.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, Randy, you got $400.
Wow.
How'd you pull that out?
Now, Randy, you got 400. I'm from Castle Point. Good luck collecting it. You're from Berkeley.
Come and get it.
I got more IOUs out there you can imagine. So enjoy your IOU.
Randy, you stay on the line for a second, and we'll tell you what to do next. And enjoy that $400. Remember, of course, that Big D is who is so generous. He's got HW Kia. If you're out and about, swing by one of the seven richest famous burgers.
goodness.
It will say, I was out in Cuba a couple weeks ago. It is good
Were you?
stuff.
Yeah.
The fish. I
Fish
took a
is the key,
bite
right?
of my dad's fish.
Did you like
but
it too?
Yeah, it's all.
I don't get
Somebody
it. But,
texted last week about the jam burger again.
It's really becoming popular.
It's so
You know,
good.
Cyberg's has 8 locations. We've got 7.
Really?
So it's kind of cool. And now they do a lot more business in big city. But yeah, I thought they had more than that. But they got 8 locations.
It's not going to take long until you're
Hey, that
passing
one
them
just
up.
closed by the soccer stadium.
I seen
in the
that,
hotel.
yeah.
It's crazy. So, you guys, if you're in the market for a car, if you're ready to trade a car, so you're
Yes,
looking
trade,
right.
please. Sell a car, trade a car.
Yeah,
buy
if you
a
need
car.
to redo a loan, Big D is there to help you. And if you're looking for a job in the restaurant industry,
that selling cars, working on. We got jobs.
yeah, we have jobs. Big D sell 314-586-1333. 314-586-1333. We love you. We're glad you're back.
Thank you. Bye.
Frank Cusimano and Jill Farmer, weekdays 10 to noon, right here on KTRS, the talk of St. Louis.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
Yep. So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
Yeah. And now at Staples, save 40% on custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, banners, and more.
Big news. Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. In 613. Exclusions apply.
Meet me at the Village Bar. Ready for the world's best cheeseburger? Homemade onion rings, trashed wings? It's the Village Bar for food and sports. Cards, Blues, Mizzou, NFL. The game's always on. Open 7 days a week in De Pere. Grab your friends, grab a cold beer. We'll see you at the Village Bar.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Historic flooding in Nepal triggered by what experts say was a landslide in Tibet that hit a glacier, creating melt and debris flows that swallowed up homes, bridges, and all else in its path. There are more than 380 deaths confirmed. 1,300 others are missing. The State Department says some 90 U.S. citizens could be impacted. ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge has more.
A glacial breakaway, according to experts, is basically where part of a glacier, a huge amount of ice, can come crashing off the glacier. It crashes down, taking rocks with it, and satellite imagery from before and after the disaster, according to experts, confirms this provisional theory about what happened.
In the latest tariff tiff, President Trump signed an executive order to rename Lake Ontario, he says, to Lake America. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney says the world will always call it Lake Ontario. President Trump also facing backlash from U.S. cattle farmers and members of his own party after deciding to temporarily lift some tariffs on imported beef beginning next week. Here's ABC's Karen Travers.
The other big question is, where is this beef coming from? The White House hasn't said yet. It was not in the executive order. The White House hasn't answered questions about this. And the Agriculture Secretary this week, when she was asked on it, said she wasn't involved in these discussions and directed people to the U.S. Trade Representative.
First-time jobless claims fell last week.
The expectation of analysts was for a slight rise in filings from the revised figure of 207,000 2 weeks ago. Instead, the number has fallen to 203,000. Economists usually focus on the less volatile 4-week moving average, which was slightly higher last week than the week before.
ABC's Jim Ryan. Jury deliberations began today in the Lindsay Clancy trial. The Massachusetts mother is charged with killing her 3 children. Her defense attorneys say Clancy suffered from postpartum psychosis and did not have criminal intent. Deliberations resume tomorrow morning. You're listening to ABC News.
Live in concert. Playing at the Muni, Saturday, August 29th. Get tickets now at metrotix.com.
Mom, what do you always say? There's nothing sadder than jewelry that sits in a drawer. That's why we are proud to offer jewelry repair on-site at Newsetter's Fine Jewelry. We know that your jewelry is important to you, and we take that part of our job very seriously. Visit us at Doherty Ferry in Big Bend or learn more at wowdiamonds.com.
Good afternoon. At 5:03, we have 85 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News. The James McDonald Planetarium will host a lunar eclipse event tonight. Guests can learn about and observe a partial lunar eclipse as it occurs. At maximum eclipse, more than 90% of the moon's surface will be within the Earth's shadow. The partial eclipse will begin in St. Louis at 8:23, and maximum eclipse will be reached at 11:12. 3 greenway projects in the St. Louis area are getting a major financial boost. KTRS's Jill Enders has the story.
The East-West Gateway Council of Governments Board of Directors approved federal funding for 3 greenway projects, totaling $10.5 million in federal funding. The Brickline Greenway will use $7.5 million to build a section along Market Street from Tucker to 4th Street, including intersection and crosswalk upgrades. Great Rivers Greenway awarded $1.5 million to the Hodemut Greenway between Gwen Giles Park and Goodfellow. The stretch will get a paved greenway, intersection safety improvements, high visibility, pavement markings, raised mid-block crossings, and improved lighting. In St. Peters, just over $1.5 million was awarded to upgrade the existing Spencer Creek Trail to make it part of the Centennial Greenway. Jill Enders, KTRS News.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is touting the state's 11th credit rating upgrade since 2021. Moody's Investors Service upgraded Illinois' general obligation bonds to A1, Illinois' highest Moody's rating since December of 2011 and the second upgrade from Moody's in the last year. Moody's cited Illinois' sustained financial improvement, strengthened governance, as well as confidence in the state's management team's ability to navigate future challenges. This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. Place your order anytime at WKF.com. Taking a look at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune into Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. The markets all closed up today. The Dow 105 points up to 53,569. The Nasdaq closed 411 points up to 26,541, and the S&P up 55 points to 7730. Now for a look at sports and traffic, we check in with Paul Kopsky in the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center.
Woodford football opens their season at home tonight with Charleston Southern. The Lions feature quarterback Pops Battle, an alum of the East St. Louis Flyers. And the Cardinals built a 6-1 lead and hung on for a 7-5 win over the Orioles today at Busch. That snapped a 5-game losing streak for the Redbirds. Blaze Jordan belted a 3-run homer, and former Oriole Ramon Urias had a 2-run shot. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. An accident on 64 East before Clayton Road is causing stop-and-go traffic back to Ballas. 64 West is jammed from Grand to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. We have a crash on 44 West at Kings Highway, blocking 2 center lanes with a bumper-to-bumper back up to Jefferson. There's a crash on 64 West at Winghaven. 70 East is jammed between Cary and 10th Street. 44 West heavy between Washington and Tucker. 270 South is congested from Olive down to Manchester. 370 West busy between St. Louis Mills and 141. And 64 East is congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Neighbors Credit Union. If you're ready to upsize, downsize, or first-time home buy, turn to the team at Neighbors Credit Union. At Neighbors Credit Union, you'll find great rates, expert advice, and personalized friendly service throughout the entire home loan process and beyond. That's just what you'd expect from a great neighbor. Apply online today at neighborscu.org. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
We will have a partly sunny sky the rest of the afternoon, then clear overnight with a low in the mid-60s, a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow with a high in the mid-80s. Currently, it is 85 degrees. I'm Vicki Pimentel, KTRS News.
Big 550.
KTRS St. Louis. This is the Big 550 KTRS St. Louis, Wildwood, De Pere, Columbia, and the world. Streaming live at KTRS.com.
Here at the Big 550, we understand our on-air talent gets sick from time to time.
Sorry, boss. I'm not feeling well, and I'm not going to make it in today.
Or some people here are sicker more often than others.
Hey, boss. Still not feeling too well. Not going to be able to come in today.
Or people take vacation time.
Hey, Scarney. I'm in Florida on the beach, tanning my bronze body. Don't bug me, but when you hear the tone, leave something, and I might just actually call you back.
Hey, it's Heidi, and once again, I'm broadcasting from my home away from home, the RV.
No matter who's out, the Big 550 has guest hosts that you know from all sides of St. Louis media.
Guy Phillips.
This show has been hijacked. Hey, everybody, Guy Phillips back.
Mark Maxwell.
Hey, I'm Mark Maxwell, filling in for McGraw.
Randy Naughton.
Hi, it's Randy Naughton, sitting in today for John Carney.
This is what makes us live and local for over 30 years. We are the Big 550 KTRS.
Hey, did we just do some name dropping here?
It's Miller Furniture's Labor Day clearance event going on now through September 8th.
I'm Mark Miller, owner of Miller Furniture and Mattress, your home for quality American-made furniture since 1927. Right now, you'll save up to 75% off our list price on all in-stock furniture and up to 50% off Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Amish-made custom orders.
We have more Flex Steel in stock and on sale than ever before, including the popular Dana sofa, just $14.99, and their new immersive sound reclining furniture. Plus, shop our new Belleville Clearance Center for premium quality closeouts.
Chatham & Wells luxury mattresses, locally made, now half price when you buy an adjustable base. Plus, save up to $900 on world-famous mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster.
Don't miss our Labor Day clearance event going on in Belleville, Fairview Heights, Lake St. Louis, and Ellisville showrooms now through September 8th.
At Miller Furniture, we put the family in furniture.
Home loan rates are changing daily. If you're in the market for a new home, you may be able to get a better rate than you think. The First Community Members Best Loan is available for qualified borrowers for just 6.016 APR with a 30-year term. And while some loan rates are subject to change daily, the Members Best Home Loan is available right now at that rate. So check it out at firstcommunity.com or call toll-free 1-888-642-7969 for complete terms and conditions.
One of the great things about living in St. Louis are the great hospitals, and none better than Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It is a special place, and if you don't believe me, talk to any parent who's had a child who was treated at Cardinal Glennon, and you will see the pride in their face. So, for all of the doctors and nurses and staff at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, we thank you for all the work you do day in and day out. To find out more about SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, glennon.org. That's glennon.org.
Carney, Buck.
I'm sure the manager of a pop band's got some great stories. Now, the manager of Jimi Hendrix had some amazing stories. We'll sit down with him. We'll talk money with Aaron Lapidus from JBL Financial. And we're off to the movies with Tom O'Keefe. We got a lot to do. It starts at noon, and we'll see you then.
John Carney, Julie Buck. Weekdays at noon on KTRS, the talk of St. Louis.
Well, tonight there is going to be a lunar eclipse, and you can get an even better look at it at the St. Louis Science Center. I'm so excited to welcome in Eric Gustafson, planetarium educator. And Eric, tell us what you guys have planned.
Tonight we have a viewing event planned for the eclipse that begins around 8 p.m. The eclipse itself starts around 8:23. And we'll be on site to view it with our visitors up to about 11:30. The maximum extent of the eclipse occurs at 11:12. In addition to the outdoor activity, we'll have some stuff going on inside as well. We will do a few star shows throughout the night. And then also we'll have some scientists from WashU on hand. They're going to talk about the new telescope that's about to launch called the Nancy Grace Roman Telescope.
That's pretty cool. And speaking of telescopes, you guys have a couple of ways to see this lunar eclipse more than maybe we do at home.
Sure. Yeah, for lunar eclipses, you really don't need any equipment. You just need clear skies and a nice, comfortable chair to relax in. But binoculars and telescopes will enhance what you can see on the moon. So we'll definitely have a few telescopes on hand that people can view through the evening while they also just kind of hang out and enjoy the eclipse with whoever joins us for the event.
Now, Eric, the moon fascinates me. I always text my mom and say, hey, did you see the moon tonight? Because, Heidi loves the moon. She always talks about the different moons, the harvest moon and the worm moon and all this stuff.
And this was the blood moon.
The blood moon. But to see it with the naked eye, obviously you can do that. We see it every night. But why is the moon so much bigger when it's closer to the horizon than when it's up in the sky?
That is an illusion. For some reason, the way our brain focuses on things on the horizon throws off our perception of how big the moon looks. So when the moon is low to the horizon, if you're using both eyes, it does look very large. But you can do an experiment, and you can take a ruler and close one eye and just kind of arm's length have that ruler held against the moon, and you'll see the diameter looks to be about the same no matter where it is.
That is weird. And somebody told me one time, they said, turn around and bend over and look between your legs at the moon, and that'll make it look the right size or something. Have you ever heard of that?
Not quite that one. I could imagine doing that with your legs. You're limiting how much of the horizon you're able to see.
Okay.
While experts aren't exactly sure why our brain tricks us like that, the best guess is that the way we perceive the trees and buildings on the horizon throws off what we see at what is ultimately at an infinite focus point.
And I've got a ton of questions about the moon. I brought this up to Heidi and Bob last week. But at 11:15 tonight, when the lunar eclipse is at its peak here in St. Louis, how high in the sky will the moon be?
It's going to be pretty low in the south. I don't have the altitude and declination off the top of my head, but all you really need is going to be a clear view of the southern sky. And as long as you don't have lots of trees right up in your face, you should be able to see it in the southern skies.
So if it's lower in the sky, then it should appear optically bigger.
In essence, it'll look a little bit larger than, say, if it was overhead. It's not going to be dramatically different because it will be high enough that it's kind of above that threshold where it's going to interact with trees and buildings in that direction. So it'll probably look a little bit larger, and of course, due to the fires going on around the U.S. and up in Canada, we may see a little bit of a yellow to maybe a slight orangish tint as well.
Well, that's what I want to know about. Where does the moon get its colors when we have the blue moon or a blood moon? Where does that color come from?
Sure. Well, what we see with the moon is all because it's reflecting sunlight. So it tends to have this kind of bright whitish appearance to us. And if you start throwing a lot of aerosols and other particulates in the atmosphere, say from forest fires or harvesting activity, that starts to limit what wavelengths of light from the sun we're seeing bounce off of the moon. So very famously, the harvest moon was named that because traditionally it's near harvest time, so with a lot of dust in the atmosphere, moon takes on this kind of yellowish orange color. Now, for the red of a lunar eclipse, which we may see a little bit tonight, it's technically not a total lunar eclipse, but it's almost right there. So there'll probably be a little bit of red we see, and that light comes from sunlight filtering through Earth's atmosphere. So for a lunar eclipse to happen, you have to have three bodies in alignment in what's called a syzygy. And those three bodies are the sun, the Earth, and the moon. So lunar eclipses will only happen at full moon, but it has to be just the right alignment. And if that occurs, when it's going through our shadow, the Earth is going to be blocking most of the sun's light, but a little bit of it still filters through our atmosphere. And just like we see those deep reds and oranges during a sunset, those are the only colors really able to make it to the moon when it's in our umbral shadow.
How often do we see a lunar eclipse?
Every year there's at least two. They're not always going to be visible where you live. There's also a relationship between solar and lunar eclipses. The conditions that lead to a lunar also lead to a solar. So 2 weeks later after one of them, you're typically going to have the other. So
yeah. Didn't we have we had a solar eclipse, but maybe like in Europe? We didn't see it here.
Correct. Yeah, it was on August 12th. And then about 2 weeks later, we have one tonight on the 27th. Now,
unlike a solar eclipse, we can look at the moon all night long. We don't have to have any special glasses. We don't need anything.
Correct. All you really need is a comfortable chair, maybe some bug spray, and some friends to hang out with.
And then what time again?
The whole thing begins at 8:23 p.m. The first about hour or so is not going to be the most exciting part. It's called the penumbral eclipse. That's when the moon goes through the lightest part of our shadow. But as it begins to enter the dark part of the shadow at 9:33, that's when you start to see portions of the moon start to disappear. And eventually, by 11:12, we'll get to maximum eclipse when 96% of the moon will be in the Earth's shadow.
And then does it take another 2 hours to get out of it?
Yeah, so the whole eclipse wraps up a little after 2 in the morning. So for our event, we're certainly not sticking around for the whole eclipse. But, if someone's so inclined to, they got 5 hours to enjoy outside tonight.
All right, so waxing, waning, a new moon, a full moon, you got the half moon, you got the crescent moon. Aren't those technically eclipses because they're blocked by us here on Earth?
No, so lunar phases happen because the moon orbits the Earth. So depending on where it is in its orbit, it's only ever going to go through our shadow at a full moon. And it's only if it lines up just right. Now, it normally doesn't line up that way because the moon's orbit around Earth is tilted. So new moon and full moon, which leads to eclipses of solar and lunar types, has to be just the right alignment. Now, all the other phases, we're just seeing a portion of the side pointing at us reflecting sunlight. Really doesn't have anything to do with Earth's shadow at all.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You can set your clocks by it. But the moon, sometimes it's over here, sometimes it's over there. Sometimes it's at night. Sometimes you could see it during the daytime. Is there a rhyme or reason to where the moon is going to be on a particular night?
Most definitely. It just has to do with its orbital rate. It's going to go through all the phases in about 29 and a half days in what's known as a synodic month. So depending on what phase it's in will also kind of help us understand how close to the sun it appears in the sky. So during full moon, for instance, tonight, the moon is going to rise opposite of the sun. So as the sun is setting, the moon is rising. If it's a waxing crescent phase, you're going to see the sun kind of, if you're looking south, the moon would appear to the left of the sun in the sky. And until the sun begins to set, now you're only going to see the moon low in the west. And for basically the next 2 weeks, you see it start to extend more towards the east until full moon.
And where is it? Yeah, where is it tonight?
It'll be directly opposite of the sun in the sky. So as the sun sets, the moon will be rising.
In the east.
Correct.
Okay, so look towards the eastern sky. The real show starts about 9:30, and it reaches its peak at 11:12 tonight.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Gustafson, planetarium educator there at the St. Louis Science Center, and you can get the best view, learn a little bit more starting at 8. The event at the St. Louis Science Center at McDonald Planetarium goes until 11:30 to view this spectacular phenomenon as it occurs. Eric, thank you so much.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
All right. I just had a great idea.
Okay.
We're going to see a lunar eclipse tonight, a full moon. You know what looks like a big moon that you can eat?
Yes.
And the moon is made of cheese.
Oh.
A big Dogtown cheese pizza for dinner tonight to celebrate the lunar eclipse. And then you could get little pepperonis and then kind of take bites out of them and do different phases of the moon.
Okay.
Guys.
You can have like a crescent moon. You can have a,
Yeah,
all of the moons.
I just came up with this just now.
Brilliant. You are brilliant.
Well, it's it's just my idea, but without the folks over at Dogtown Pizza, we probably couldn't make it possible.
No.
And I went to my new Deerbergs, and they have a whole pizza section, and my God, the tear that came to my eye when I saw how many Dogtown, every flavor, every variety at the new Deerbergs by my house out in Newtown, 12 different varieties in case you weren't keeping count, and at every local grocery store in town. And tonight, perfect opportunity to have a pizza with your moon phase. Fly me to the moon indeed. Oh, here. Nice Italian moon song. Did you know I was going to do this, Charlie?
Charlie's reading your mind, which is kind of dangerous.
Well, I mean, I think you could just look at me and say, this guy likes pizza.
Yeah.
Most car shopping starts online, and lately, shoppers are spending more time at hwkia.com. Recent website reporting shows HW Kia shoppers spend nearly twice as much engaged time on the site compared to other Kia dealer websites. That means people are choosing hwkia.com instead of doing other important internet activities, like watching a guy build a swimming pool out of mud, or looking up, can my dog eat pickles? Why are they staying on hwkia.com nearly twice as long? Because there's more worth looking at. More new Kia inventory, more ways to shop, more ways to check current offers, more ways to value your trade, and more ways to find a payment that works for you. The report also shows hwkia.com shoppers are taking action and engaging through chats, texts, forums, and money-saving website events. So before you bounce from dealership to dealership, start where other shoppers are already spending more time and getting the deal they deserve. Start now at hwkia.com. Research compiled from June and July website traffic.
Are you looking for a deck? I am. And you know who I turn to? Outdoor Living and Pat Leahy. They've been a sponsor for a long time, and they've done some other projects for me, but this one's the big one. It's going to have metal framing, composite decking, and when it's all said and done, he's going to put a 50-year warranty on it. Not because I'm his spokesperson for all these years, but because I am a customer. Outdoor Living takes care of St. Louis, so if you're looking for a deck that will survive the heat and the winter and the sun and everything else, Outdoor Living, Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. Outdoor Living or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
I'm Jeff Zufall, Senior Tax Strategist and Wealth Advisor with Capital Advisory Group. Now, more than ever, having a tax strategy to protect and grow your wealth is an absolute must. Every Saturday, Josh Gilbert and I will discuss how you can keep what's yours, because the most important part of your wealth plan is your tax plan. That's Keep What's Yours this Saturday afternoon.
Capital Advisory Group presents Keep What's Yours with Jeff Zufall and Josh Gilbert this Saturday afternoon at 3 on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, it's the Medicare Man, Ryan Raphael. I want to first thank all of the wonderful listeners for allowing me to help them with their important Medicare decisions. If you are approaching 65 or retiring soon, I will help you figure out what to do and when to do it. I am fully aware of the endless literature, calls, and TV commercials people are bombarded with every day. I can help you navigate the Medicare maze with easy to understand and accurate info. If you are currently on a Medicare plan, do not hesitate to reach out if you want to compare and make sure you have the right plan for your needs. Many are unaware there are often enrollment periods other times of the year you can possibly take advantage of. If you need help, call me, the Medicare Man, Ryan Raphael, at 314-368-6808 or visit MedicareManSTL.com, 314-368-6808.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
So, Josh, earlier you were talking about that Oreo sandwich.
It's a chicken sandwich from KFC in China that has Oreo-encrusted mashed potatoes, chicken, and an Oreo bun.
And an Oreo bun.
Yes.
Well, a woman on Instagram is going viral for sharing a mom's group chat where one mother is asking the other kindergarten moms to stop packing Oreos because her daughter doesn't get them in her lunch.
Oh, not because there's some sort of Oreo allergy.
Nope, not because not because they're not healthy, not because just because her daughter doesn't get them. So no allergy issue. Michelle just doesn't want Ava eating Oreos, and she's trying to dictate what other mothers pack so Ava doesn't get sad when comparing lunches.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I mean, this is crazy, right?
Crying out loud. The coddling of our children, and now the forced dietary needs of other kids so that your child doesn't get jealous.
That to me is just, it's one thing for every kid to get a trophy and not be left out, and I still don't necessarily like that, but this is really beyond.
What did the other parents say?
Oh, they had a lot to say.
Okay, all right. I don't need. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Basically, with respect, I'm not changing my daughter's lunch because your daughter wants Oreos. It didn't end there. It was like for days and days. And then Ava, I guess, started making some trades after it all.
That's Ava's problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you bring that up with your own daughter.
That's right. And on Instagram, a mom is calling it Oreo Gate. And honestly, added the caption, "I'm debating moving my daughter from this school because of all of this." Just crazy.
Ava Gate. Well, don't blame the little girl. It's not her fault. Her mom is crazy. But there's a little girl in our neighborhood who her parents don't give her sugar. And we have to kind of mind our P's and Q's about it. But, I'm not going to make a whole thing about it. But, it's like, hey, let's go get ice cream. And then you got to be, oh, wait.
We can't.
Yeah. But we go get it anyway. It's like when I used to go to concerts with my friend who started going to AA. I said, hey, do you mind if I have a beer?
Right.
And he said, look, you're not the one with the problem.
I think it's kind of you to ask.
I asked.
And I think that's what you have to do.
And then I said, do you mind if I have two at a time?
Really being mean. Speaking of being nice and being rude, Josh, this is for you. When you're going over to someone else's house, you want to be on your best behavior, or at least I do. So a manners expert kind of said, here are the rudest things that you can do when you go to someone else's home.
Is looking in the refrigerator on there.
Sort of.
Okay. Snooping.
A little bit. Showing up empty-handed. Always want to take something.
Okay.
You don't like that one?
No, I don't really bring things.
Okay. Well,
so I'm strike
rude.
one.
Okay. If they have a shoe rule, which we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, take your shoes off.
Don't disrespect the rule. Don't feed their dog without asking them.
Strike two.
Yes.
I'm a big dog feeder. It's the best way to get them to like you.
Okay, but you need to ask and say, do you care if? Because the dog might have issues.
Yeah. I am super guilty of that.
Okay, well, you're 2 for 3. Don't wait to share your dietary restrictions until you sit down because it's too late.
I don't have any.
Okay. Don't bring an uninvited +1.
I don't know that many people. So.
Okay. Snooping. Okay. Number 5 on the list. So you are 3 for. So you're 50.
Guilty of that. Yeah,
50%.
I just struck out.
Don't hide a mess, like if you accidentally spill a drink on the carpet.
Oh boy.
Are you now 4?
No, but I'm thinking of Cardi right now.
He's done it
at the Christmas party.
He did?
Yeah.
Our KTRS Christmas party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a broken wine glass. He swears he didn't break it, but he kind of kicked it underneath the table.
Okay. The other 3, don't overstay your welcome. If you look around and see some yawning, time to go.
We had somebody get into her pajamas.
Oh.
And we were like, okay, well, I guess it's time.
Yeah. So I'm going to say now you're
so
4 for.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. That counts, I guess.
Don't expect a tour. If you look around and, yeah.
What a self-guided tour.
No, they say don't expect one. If your guest wants to show you every room, they will.
Okay.
Now, I have been guilty of, can I get a tour?
Yeah.
Do you care? You know, sometimes I think you have to ask because I don't think the homeowner wants to brag and say, let me show you what we've done with this room. So I think that's...
Well, I was grabbing Darren, and I said, give me the tour.
Yeah.
And he said, just give yourself the tour.
Well, and then that's okay.
Yeah.
But you just got to... And then don't touch or move things.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
All right. So you're not exactly, 50%. You came right under.
It's pretty close. Captain Paul, would you give me the tour of your house?
Short tour because I have a small house.
Yeah. Would you mind if I started rummaging through your fridge?
That would be kind of invasive.
Right.
Oh, man.
That's what he does, though, Captain Paul.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, look what I found. Here, where's your dog? I'm going to feed it.
Yeah.
How long has it been in here?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and this is one of my favorite cheeses. Can I open it?
Yeah, here, let's just open it.
How's traffic?
Well, no accidents, but 64 West is jammed from Tower Grove to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. 64 East is crowded around 170. 44 West heavy between Washington and 10th. 270 South is congested from Ladue Road down to Manchester. 370 West busy between St. Louis Mills and 141. And 64 East is congested between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Beatty Roofing. St. Louis weather can wreak havoc on your roof. With over 70 years of experience, Beatty Roofing provides smart project management to deliver commercial and residential projects on schedule, on budget, and done right. Call 314-892-1331, online at baderoofing.com. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Reese Nichols, the most trusted Missouri real estate company, is now proudly serving St. Louis. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Alliance is now Reese Nichols, a Missouri-born company established 125 years ago. The same trusted agents who served St. Louis for 45 years now have the backing of Missouri's largest brokerage, Reese Nichols. Offices across the metro, in-house services include title and insurance, making your move seamless. They also proudly support the Ronald McDonald House. Visit ReeseNichols.com. That's ReeseNichols.com. Hi, everybody. McGraw-Millhaven here for Jacob Baths and Showers. They specialize in helping seniors age in place with a bath and shower design. They'll replace your current tub. They'll put in a walk-in shower. They'll add grab bars and seats and add a non-slick service, not to mention their composite materials that look like luxury stone and last a lifetime. The great thing about Jacob Baths and Showers, 1 to 2 days and you get your bathroom back. Find out more at jacobbaths.com.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
If you're from St. Louis, you likely have a Maggie O'Brien's story. Maggie O'Brien's has become an iconic local hotspot for St. Louis sports, holiday parties, corporate and private events in downtown St. Louis for food and fun with distinctive Irish flair. Do check out their location in Sunset Hills, Maggie O's.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Well, let's do a little entertainment news. And Dolly Parton, of course, is still making headlines. She's a true businesswoman. She spent the past several years working with a hand-picked team to create a roadmap of projects that she wanted to see through even after she's gone. Her longtime manager said, quote, Dolly worked up until the day she died. She loved seeing her dreams come to life and loved knowing her work brought people joy. Many projects were in various stages of development, and he said, if you see unreleased music, products, books, experiences, and campaigns launched through official Dolly Parton channels, you can have confidence in knowing that she placed her personal stamp on it. So here's a breakdown. Dolly's Tennessean travel stops will celebrate National Truck Driver Appreciation Week beginning September 13th. The Song Teller Hotel and Dolly's Life of Many Colors Museum will have their grand opening September 29th in Nashville. Have you seen pictures of this hotel?
No.
Now, you know I love traveling in my RV. We're getting out into it this weekend. I might have to stay at the Song Teller Hotel. It looks amazing. Dolly Dolls will be available online September 15th. Dolly's Cup of Ambition coffee will launch in September. Hit stores in spring. Dolly on the Holly is coming out this holiday season. It's unclear what it is, but it might be her version of Elf on the Shelf. And if that's the case, I might have one.
I'm buying one.
Right? The Broadway production of Dolly, a true original musical, will move forward as planned. Previews start in December. Opening night is set for January 19th, which would have been Dolly's 81st birthday. You know, last year we took my mom and aunt to Nashville because they were kind of working it out. I think now they've shortened it up a little bit, but it was so good. I mean, the different stages of her life, I loved it. And there's a 9 to 5 jewelry collection with Kendra Scott coming out in January. I'm not done yet. Dolly's dog treats early next year. There's a bedding and home decor collection expected next summer. And she's already teased that a Dolly Avatar show is in the works, but there's also a musical documentary, a biopic, a docuseries, a scripted series, and an animated Billy the Kid series. That's her children's book series featuring a real-life French bulldog named Billy the Kid.
Oh, so just a couple of...
When did the woman rest? I'm thinking maybe it was time for her to just rest.
Well, I had the question on my drive home last night, thinking about all the things that Dolly did. Somebody mentioned, 3,000 songs. That's a lot of songs. But I started thinking, did she have, if she were here and we got to interview her, do you have to set time aside to do music? Because you've got you think a musician, they're always walking around, they get the notebook out every night, they're strumming along.
I think you go into a writer's mode. I know a lot of people in Nashville, like they'll go to a specific place, like a studio or whatever, a writing room.
Next month, I'm going to go in and just focus on the music and see what happens. Because songs just come to you whenever.
I think they're constantly making notes, but I think then there's time scheduled. Then you go in and say, hey, this is what I've got with this one. Here's what I got with that. And hopefully you get a hit.
All the things that you just mentioned, these are things that are happening after she has passed away.
Right.
I just don't understand how she had the time to still write music with all of these other ventures, both business and philanthropical. But last night, I was watching one of the Dolly things. I think Channel 5, NBC, had something on. And I don't know who the gentleman was. Older gentleman.
What time did that air?
It was on at 8 last night.
Okay.
I think they did America's Got Something. And then...
Because I was flipping through, and I was like, I swear this was supposed to be on, and then I couldn't find it, so maybe I missed it.
It was on at 8. He said, and I'd love to know who it was, but he said, Cup of Ambition. I couldn't have written that in 1,000 years. And she just, boom, rattles it off, and now it's a huge song.
Look at her interviews and how quick-witted she is.
So quick-witted.
It's crazy.
And you can't just you can't tell the host of the show, hey, make this joke so I can make that joke.
No, it's all off the cuff, which makes her even more impressive.
Her two most famous songs, arguably, Jolene and I Will Always Love You.
Mm-hmm. Maybe 9 to 5.
Maybe 9 to 5. But those two, Jolene, I Will Always Love You, 1973. Have you heard the story?
She wrote them in the same night.
So this is her quote from Dolly Parton Song Teller in 2020. She says, when we were going through all my old tapes to put my songs on hard drives, we find found out that I Will Always Love You and Jolene were on the same cassette tape back to back. She said, I don't know. I might have written Jolene later that night. She says, otherwise, I would have gone onto a different cassette or there would have been other things on it. It very well could have been written on the exact same day.
That's mind
Can you imagine?
blowing.
Can you imagine?
No, I
Two
can't.
of the biggest songs of all time. I mean, I Will Always Love You, her version, I didn't hear it until...
Bodyguard?
No, I heard The Bodyguard, but I didn't hear her version. I didn't know her version came out until my sister got obsessed with The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas in 1996. She went to the library and got the album rented out. And I said, what's this? And she said, oh, Dolly did it first. Who knew? But it's taken on such a life of its own, and Jolene is just a classic. So to think that those two songs could have been written back to back.
Well, you know, with the money that she made off the royalties of Whitney Houston's version, she donated that. I think it was like $10 million to a mostly black neighborhood community in Nashville in Whitney's name.
Good for her.
I mean, I don't know how you outdo her.
Somebody said, how is Dolly not a billionaire? And the shortest answer is she gave too much away. And that's why.
And she has said over and over again, even if there were no money, she'd still be singing. She'd still be doing this. That's not what she got into it for. So anyway, in a new interview, Howie Mandel, who has talked openly about being a germaphobe, said the fear of COVID nearly killed him. On Hoda Kotb's podcast, Howie admitted that he self-medicated to the point that he almost died. He told her...
Wait. Did he drink bleach?
No. But he said...
Did he take the advice?
He said he lives like he's in a pandemic all the time.
24/7.
So when there was a real one, he said it was hard for him to handle it. He goes, I wasn't strong enough. He started taking gummies to go to sleep. That led to smoking and drinking on top of the gummies. He said he got to one point where he was trying to escape by making himself unconscious. He added, there were times when my wife couldn't wake me up or she thought she was going to have to take me to the hospital. It got really bad. Luckily, he is sober now, not counting the prescription meds, of course, that he takes for his OCD and other conditions, and he thanks his wife for getting him through it.
Can you imagine having it that bad?
No, I can't. I don't know how you live with that.
How do you live to be someone like him in the eye and on set every day with thousands of stagehands and extras?
It's he definitely has a way that he handles everything. You know, they were here in town for auditions years ago, and I got to interview Howie and Sharon and Howard. And at the time, I don't remember if Howard was asking Sharon to pop a zit or do something ridiculous, or maybe it was on Howie and he didn't want to. It was like they were all a bunch of fifth graders, chasing around Howie.
I completely forgot those two were judges in the beginning.
Yeah.
Huh.
Blake Lively wanted $8 million for legal fees in the Justin Baldoni case. She got $400,000.
Ooh. Ouch.
On the other end of money, Beyonce is donating $1 million to earthquake relief efforts in Colombia, so that's pretty cool. This one caught me off guard. Leah Remini is joining the cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Wait a minute. Leah Remini is King of Queens?
Yes.
Leah Remini, the former Scientologist?
Yes.
Leah Remini?
Yes.
I don't see that at all.
I don't either. Very surprising. This is kind of cool, too. Stephen Colbert asked Emmy voters to ignore him and vote for Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of nice. Have you seen the trailer for The Social Reckoning? It's the sequel to Social Network. It's out, and it looks so good. Jeremy Strong from Succession.
He's the new Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear plays a Wall Street Journal writer. And then you got Oscar winner Mikey Madsen playing the Facebook whistleblower. And it seems intense and a must-see.
She's the gal from Anora, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling is production... he is going to produce, I should say, a live-action movie about a grown-up Bam Bam from the Flintstones. There's no word on the possibility of him starring in it, but doesn't he kind of look like Bam Bam grown up? Especially his Ken version.
If you gave him white hair.
Right, but remember, I'm just Ken from Barbie.
Okay, so I would say this is a terrible idea.
Oh.
But how well they did Barbie.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
That is right.
And if Bob was here, Bob's out.
Mm-hmm.
But if Bob were here, I would say stop hesitating and watch the dang Barbie movie.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
It is so fun. I've actually seen it a couple of times. If you're looking for something to watch tonight, there's a lot of preseason football on the NFL Network and Amazon, if that's what you're interested in. Jeopardy Masters is on ABC, and then the second season premiere of the sitcom Leanne is on Netflix. Just a couple of birthdays today. Aaron Paul, Jesse on Breaking Bad. Any guesses?
He's got to be around my age. 48?
47.
Okay.
That's pretty good. And then Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer.
Oh, not my age. 61.
57. Okay. Pretty good guesses, though. That's your evening entertainment report here on the Big 550 KTRS.
Meep, meep.
All right, let's get one last look at traffic with Captain Paul Kopsky.
And Josh, no accidents, but 64 West is congested from Kings Highway to McCausland and between Lake St. Louis Boulevard and I-70. 64 East is crowded around 170. 70 East busy from Cary down to 10th Street. 44 West is heavy between Washington and 10th. 170 South is slow from Delmar down to 64. 270 South heavy from 64 to Manchester. And 64 East is jammed between Illinois 157 and 159. This traffic report is brought to you by Stages St. Louis. Get your single tickets now for Come From Away, which runs September 18th through October 18th. Based on a true story, Come From Away shares the incredible events of 9/11 in the small town of Gander, Newfoundland. Call 314-821-2407 or visit stagesstlouis.org. From the John Beal Roofing Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Look at our alums, the contributions that they have made throughout industries in the St. Louis region.
Terry Freerks, a graduate of the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
UMSL is embedded in the fabric of the St. Louis community. We're hands-on, and when our students graduate, they are definitely career ready, but maybe more importantly, they're career confident.
More is what moves us. Find your more at more.umsl.edu.
It's hot out. But nothing can be hotter this summer than a Dogtown pizza. Hey, Josh here, and we're talking 425 degrees hot. 12 different varieties, and a whole bunch of fresh toppings. Try the bacon, the 4-meat, or head to the garden for a veggie or tomato basil garlic.
Oh, you want to get hot, hot?
Try the hot chicken pizza on for size.
Sizzling.
This summer's already hot, but make it even hotter with some Dogtown Pizza. Every local grocery store in town and at dogtownpizza.com.
For the last 33 years, we've discovered that at Banner Construction, we pride ourselves on quality craftsmanship. We believe the single most important decision homeowners must make when considering an exterior restoration project is who do I hire? At Banner, we provide well-engineered, meaningful long-term solutions to transform your home into the pride of the neighborhood. Let us help you fall in love with your home all over again. Call or visit bannerconstruction.com and have a banner day.
One of the great things about living in St. Louis are the great hospitals, and none better than Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It is a special place, and if you don't believe me, talk to any parent who's had a child who was treated at Cardinal Glennon, and you will see the pride in their face. So, for all of the doctors and nurses and staff at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, we thank you for all the work you do day in and day out. To find out more about SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital, glennon.org. That's glennon.org.
Home loan rates are changing daily. If you're in the market for a new home, you may be able to get a better rate than you think. The The First Community Members Best Loan is available for qualified borrowers for just 6.016 APR with a 30-year term. And while some loan rates are subject to change daily, the Members Best Home Loan is available right now at that rate. So check it out at firstcommunity.com or call toll-free 1-888-642-7969 for complete terms and conditions.
Lionel Richie, live in concert. Playing at the Muni, Saturday, August 29th. Get tickets now at metrotix.com.
All right, let's wrap this show up with a couple randoms.
Human stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve a razor blade over time.
What?
Have you ever seen those movies where they shrink down and then they go inside, and like Fantastic Voyage, or some of those cartoons where it'll show the inside of the human body and people are pulling levers and stuff? They always have a scene where they're in the stomach and it's like a pit of acid.
Well,
it's like, don't fall in the stomach acid.
After my appendix burst,
yeah,
I can say I felt that acid and everything else with it, and then the draining of it. I won't get into it, but I'm not too terribly surprised.
You met the little magic school bus is driving around, and then the appendix just blew up.
I was gonna say the tires are burning, melting.
Billy Joel was in a two-man rock band called Attila in 1969 and 1970. They only made one album, and it's on multiple lists for being the worst rock album of all time.
Oh, that would be awful to be, him, and then be tied to the worst of all time.
Remember when he was married to Christy Brinkley?
Of course.
I think he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think
point.
he's okay. His new wife, great. She's great, too.
Mm-hmm. But she's not the uptown girl.
No, never will be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Whatever her name is. Blu-rays debuted in 2006, meaning that...
I never got into Blu-rays.
They've been around for 20 years. By comparison, the DVD debuted in 1997 and was the premier format for less than 10 years.
Huh.
So Blu-ray...
What made Blu-ray better? It was a better picture? Because I don't remember.
It was like HD.
Got it,
was like
I got
having
it.
an
Okay.
HD TV versus standard. So, and Blu-ray fought it out with HD DVDs and Blu-ray 1. It was like a very much VHS beta kind of thing. But here's the question. Do you even have a Blu-ray player in your house?
Do you know where we have one?
In the RV?
Yes, but we bought the RV pre-owned, and it came with all of this, and so and I have no idea even how to use it.
Or have any Blu-rays
Right.
to play on it. Cats are the serial killers of the animal world. They're responsible.
I'm not surprised by that either.
They have killed off 33 species of birds, mammals, and reptiles.
Species,
entire species. And this is the number that's going to blow your mind today. In the United States alone, cats are responsible for killing 1 to 4 billion birds every year.
What?
Every year, 1 to 4 billion birds are killed by cats. I didn't even know we had 1 to 4 billion birds total.
Wow. Now, it does make you wonder how many birds are out there.
A lot,
That's
apparently.
a lot of birds losing their lives to cats.
They're the lions in our living room.
I guess so.
Apex hunters. And the first CD that was made and sold in the United States, speaking of outdated technology, first CD, Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA, 1984.
I had no idea. Those were all really fun. You guys, I hope you had as much fun as we did this afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with us. I've got a couple of days off, but you're in great hands with Josh, and Bob will be back tomorrow. Until I see you on Tuesday, see if I can put a smile on somebody's face.
Through your life, it's alright, it's alright. Do it wrong or do it right, it's alright.
When you want to send flowers to a loved one for a birthday, anniversary, or that special occasion, call your friends at Walter Knoll Florist. Walter Knoll is family-owned and operated and offers custom designs by expert designers. A huge inventory and selection that only the largest florist can offer, with quality and care that no grocery store florist can meet. They have several locations in the St. Louis metro area to serve you. Order online today at WKF.com. That's WKF.com. Walter Knoll Florist, your personal florist since 1883.
Most car shopping starts online, and lately, shoppers are spending more time at HWKia.com. Recent website reporting shows HW Kia shoppers spend nearly twice as much engaged time on the site compared to